Question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Grand Rising. Excuse me. Clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Excuse me, baby. Excuse me. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. It's a beautiful, cloudy day, but today is the first day of the year. If you go on by the Farmer's Almanac and the Equinox and all of that calendar, today is the first day of the year. So happy New Year to you people and anybody out there that's celebrating a birthday today. This is your girl Reese, a.k.a. the best that ever did it, a.k.a. AM morning as in sun shining, rising, and being happy. Woo! That's a mouthful, baby. My little voice going and stuff. It must be allergy season right around the corner, you know, because that's how I do. Can't help it. I need to be in the bubble. That's what the doctors say. I'm allergic to everything in the free world, but I know I'm allergic to BS. Bam! This ain't no BS. This is Shades of Blue by AM Morning. Let me make sure y'all can zoom in and y'all see this book right here. Right here. This book right here tickles me. And if you anything at all, a little bit like me, that like a little fun, a little analytical, this book give you a little bit of everything. So I'm trying to tell you. And it's not a woman's book. It's a person's story. So the men who got this book have enjoyed it immensely. And I love the feedback, you know, and I'm going to start showing y'all pictures of other people, other men who got the book and read it and everything and liked the journey and all that. I got some pictures of the people who liked the book. And yes, indeed, they holding it up, they ordered it or they got it, they reading it on vacation. And they sent me some photos, and I thank them and I appreciate it. And I think I'm gonna share the photos with y'all. They didn't say I couldn't, you know. But when you get your excuse me, y'all, it's just one of those water moments. Okay, Ooh, that's a lot better. Must be dust. Must, spring cleaning time. But when you get your Shades of Blue by AM Morning, you also got to get your Molly Moss Sea Moss. Boo, boo, boo. That's right. When you get your Molly Moss Sea Moss and Shades of Blue by AM Morning, right now we are running a spring bling special. If you call us or you DM and get your sea moss and your Shades of Blue, boom, 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 you'll save 15% off your total order. Bam. That's right. And it's only limited time while supplies last. So we got that going on. We got that little sale with Molly Moss, Sea Moss, and Shades of Blue. Give y'all a little incentive for banging with us. First of all, we want to say thank you for banging and slanging with us from the beginning. And second of all, once you get the product, you're going to enjoy it and you're going to want to bang and slang with us more often. But what we're going to ask you, what I'm asking everybody right now that's in or that can hear me, is to subscribe, like, and share. And y'all say something. Say something so the people know that you're here. You know what? I get 1,000 views, but only 5 likes. Make that make sense. Say something. Comment. You ain't even got to like it. You could just put a comment on it. Let us know what's going on and how you feeling. And I also do a survey. I got it on my page. So if you go to our Thea McFarland's page, there's a survey about the Morning Mac show. It asks you for ideas or topics. Or let's talk about something that you may want to talk about. You may even want to come on this platform and share something and talk about something that's there. There's a lot of causes and a lot of good things for people to share. And I'm here for you to do that. That's why MAC stands for Music and Conversation. We talk about everything, baby. We talk about everything. But enough of talking about me. Let me say good morning let me say good morning to the fellas, to the panel. Let me rephrase that. Grand Rising.
Okay. I
Grand
just want to make sure
Rising.
you said it right.
I had to
What's up,
rephrase it.
dog? Good morning. Grand
See?
Rising.
You
Like you
gotta
say.
practice. You gotta, yes,
Uh-huh.
Grand Rising. And you know why it keeps throwing me off? Because everybody else around me is saying good morning. And when they say it back, it makes me, I gotta remind myself to deprogram myself because they would try to reprogram you. When you say Grand Rising, and they still saying, go on. My son said that's what
I
good
just
is.
I just changed it to hello.
Oh,
Because people
okay.
don't even, it's so casual. People don't, good morning is just a greeting in general. So I'm not changing what nobody is doing because I'm kind of tired of that. So I'm just practicing, just changing it myself. So they'll hear something different in response to their good morning. And maybe them hearing that will make them like, oh, what's Grand Rising about? What's that? Or whatever. But hello, that's enough. And they usually go about their business. But what am I supposed to do if I'm one of the guys with the book already? So how is my discount gonna be applied next time I go and get some Molly Mall? Well, nah, it was already applied last time. Can you redeem a code more than once? Can you redeem a coupon more than once? Cause he
Just
already
say
looked out. Actually, I was trying to benefit, figure out how I can get something a little extra, but he already hooked me up last time. So never mind, I guess. But anyway, I'm one of the guys with the book. My shit is signed. I don't know about y'all, but my shit is signed. So, by the author. So you can get your copy. But next time you get around Reese, get yours signed too. Cause yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, I cannot wait until I unleash the part 2. I mean, woo, yeah. And I
Yeah,
think
I'm
part
excited
2
for the ideas around it.
I,
Some of the stuff we was thinking about doing with it.
of the part 2.
Just the Shades of Blue entity by itself. Some of the things we just talked about, we might try to do with it, and ways to
Oh,
expand it and stuff
definitely.
like that. I'm not gonna mention those ways because none of that stuff, figured out yet. So I don't want to mention those ways, but some different ways to add different elements to the same brand. I think that would be
Definitely.
dope.
Tyler
Hmm.
Perry got a new movie coming out called Duplicity, I think.
Okay.
That's it's going to be in the movie theaters. I saw that. It kind of looked like along the lines of Acrimony,
Okay.
I don't know if y'all saw that movie that with
Mm-hmm.
Taraji P. Henson,
Mm-hmm.
but in that movie, I'm trying to understand how she felt because I didn't lock in on the characters on how she felt. It's about a girl, they get a man in college, you broke, he broke, they fall in love, they get together, bam. Of course, some infidelity went on in, but she forgave him. They got married, right? They're going on with their life. He's
Right.
he's an inventor, and he came up with this a WinStar battery thing that was going to revolutionize the world as far as energy and
Okay.
everything. And he was working for his in-laws because they had to work until he get his Gale
What's
Win
up, Chow? Good morning.
product, out there, until somebody pick it up and see it, just like the Shades of Blue book, until somebody pick it up and see it, and then make that thing
Mm-hmm.
make it bam. So she was like, he had ditched an assignment, but that assignment was a big assignment. He had a big delivery. The house was on the line and everything. He risked everything for a shot at getting his product out there. Okay, I understand him taking the risk and everything, but the way he did it, he should. I didn't like that because I felt like if he would have just explained, it wouldn't have went like that. But she was so livid. She said like she had enough. Her mama died and left her a bunch of money, and they went through the money like that. Some stuff
Right.
he asked for, some stuff he didn't. She just, did it like he mentioned it, and she would go do it. And she felt like you blew through my money, you blew through my inheritance. I lost my house behind you, and she was like, "It's over. I don't want you no more. I'm done with you." Right? Lo and behold, he gets the chance to sell his product and become a multi-millionaire, enough where he went back and bought her house that she lost, the house that she grew up in, her family home, then gave her $10 million on top of that. 10 million. She was so bitter. Okay, first then after he made it, she got the check cleared, it was money. She had 10 million. So she comes back in his life. Okay, I'm back. No, you divorced me. You threw me away. And he done moved on and had another friend. But she was thinking, oh, you was messing with her the whole time in the marriage. And she got bitter and angry. And she got really emotional. And she let those emotions run wild on her, where she lost her logic thinking behind that. If I divorce a man because he wasn't shiznit, or I thought he wasn't shiznit, he make it big, he come back and bless me. See, he didn't have to come back and do nothing for her. He could have stepped on moving like a lot of them do. They keep moving. But he came back.
What's up, Josh?
Felt
Morning.
bad for what he did. He came back and
Or Grand Rising.
gave her back their home and 10 million. But that wasn't good enough. I just, that part of the movie I couldn't connect with. I guess because she felt like a lot more was due to her. But I was like, it was good, and then some parts it lost me because I couldn't connect. And I'm a woman, and I couldn't connect with that woman was going on and doing it. And I like to think that I understand stuff and I'm in the loop. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't, But Acrimony by Tyler Perry, it was a very it was a very complex movie. It was good, but it was kind of hard to get into the characters. And so he got another movie coming out, Duplicity. I have no idea what it's about. Maybe it's something on the mental spectrum. When you
a lot of his movies deal with the minds and ideologies, ways of thinking. I like the way he does some things. Beauty in Black is what I'm into right now.
Baby, I saw it all to the end.
That's it's good.
I'm waiting for the next season Tyler,
Mhm.
that's Tyler. I'm waiting for the next season.
Yeah, I
Just
am
like I'm
too.
waiting for the next season of All Queens Men. I'm waiting
Yep.
for the more episodes of the Family Business. I'm waiting
Mhm.
for the more episode of the Ruthless and the Rocketeer. I'll be like this, like
Uh-huh.
So some stuff I just I get into his comedies.
Mhm.
You know, hey,
What we getting into today?
today we're getting into well, the first video I want to talk about is how we can have some wealth. Josh, you trying to get some wealth? Shout about you trying to get some wealth? Slicky DJ Slicky Woo Boo, how you can get some wealth and why? This is a conversation for Malik Bay. Let me make sure Malik got the invite because a lot of this stuff Malik talk about.
And you did go public, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's
Um,
good.
yeah, because Chow and Josh is on Facebook, so
Okay.
we can see them.
Sometimes I be watching it from different people's so it might be my page or Molly page. That's why I was asking them, just make sure.
Oh, Molly, are we okay? We public, right, Molly?
Yeah, I was asking you because you were saying that before it closed off that you was gonna make it public. That's why I was just making sure your page was. But
Yeah.
the video itself is not it's the discussion around our mindset of generational wealth. It's not, if you're talking about the first video and that's the one you're gonna pull up,
Yeah. Mhm.
it's not talking about I think towards the end she's getting to into ways that we can start to establish it, but she's actually in this video dialing us back a little bit. And in my opinion, it's kind of resetting the mindset and kind of resetting the tone with where we are currently. So she's not discouraging any black wealth, but I liked her opinion. So, the video is neither here nor there with anybody. That's with anything that we play, but I thought it was a great video.
Okay, and thank you for sharing, Trey. Thank
No
you.
problem.
All right. If y'all ready to dive in, we ready? Okay, Molly.
Sure, I'm ready. Yeah.
All right, I just pressed play.
You gotta pull up. Make sure you hit that share part too, where you pull the video up for us.
It's up there. Molly got to bring it.
About that,
Oh, you
that
gotta
has
bring it up.
been
Okay.
very
Okay.
helpful throughout the
Maybe
Black
Molly not
community,
by the thing.
especially for the last
Okay, I
like
did
5
that.
to 6 years.
Y'all see
But
it?
the thing is, if we were truly owning land and owning property like we say we are, we would have more property as a collective, right? We can look these things up, and we're still lagging behind every other race. So my next question is, how helpful is it for us to continue to push the narrative of purchasing land and pushing property? Now, don't get it twisted. I think that there's value in that, but I feel like buying land and ownership is a natural consequence of a cohesive, ethnic, thriving group. And by that, I mean, how are we, just think about it, like, how are we going to own all of our land? Let's say we have a hypothetical community of 100 people. How are 100% of those people going to own land if most of them aren't even making enough money to purchase the land, right? But let's
715 is
say
the
they were
stopping
making
point.
all that money, and all these 100 people in this community that is impoverished, that lacks self-love, that has self-hatred tendencies, that aren't being mentally supported, their mental health is lacking, and they're also, a lot of the people in this community of 100 people don't even realize, right? Like, don't even realize what the hell the problem is. So we're giving them money and we're telling them buy land, and that's going to somehow miraculously fix all our problems. And for me personally, I don't think that's the panacea that people are pushing it out to be. And I'm saying that because even if all of us got the money right now to own our own land, own our own schools, own our own this, own our own that, we're still missing that collective sense of community, respect, honor, and allegiance to one another. I feel as though that's a bit too lofty of a goal for where we're at, right? We are not thriving in terms of our mental health, our physical health,
Aquarius?
our
Good morning.
spiritual health, and our health
I
as a
see you in
collective.
here.
There's so much about the Black community
It's
where
a
we
video,
kind of
I pulled
got
up. Tell me what you
lost,
think
and
about
we
it so
kind
far.
of forgot about how we naturally are, and we naturally function best in tribes, right? That's just human nature. Even this video I'm making is for people. You're watching it, another person. The music you listen to is put together by another person, right? You might be thinking of a presentation you need to put together for tomorrow for your boss.
Hey, Reese.
We're such a collective and tribe-like people, and we've always moved that way. And I feel like with capitalism and the individualistic nature of wealth attainment has
Hey,
really
Reese.
run rampant throughout the Black
Yep.
community to where we're
It's gonna stop on the
neglecting so
7:15
many
mark.
of the other more fundamental steps to get there first. And in my mind, I'm not anti purchase your property, own your land, and all that stuff. Absolutely. But my thing is, if we're truly trying to find solutions for us as a whole and really try to remedy some of the issues that we have that's really plaguing our minds, right? Because it's our minds more than anything else. I don't see why purchasing property or how purchasing property is going to fix that. I think the focus should be less on purchasing property and more on gaining respect and gaining back, seeing the humanity in one another, caring about whether your next door neighbor, who is this old Black woman, whether she ate today, does she have enough sugar in her closet, right? Did she get to her medical appointment? I think we need to start caring more about each other and being that point of contact, like checking in with one another. I think that helps foster that sense of community that we're missing, right? Because forget about what everybody else thinks about us. We know what goes on in our community. Like, we know that and I live in a Black neighborhood, right? And it's mostly older people where I live, but it's a lot of respect here. It's super clean here. People would think, oh, you live in a Black area, I'm sure the roads are dirty, this, that. No, this is probably one of the cleanest neighborhoods I've ever lived in. Right? Just because it's a Black neighborhood doesn't make it synonymous with dirty or impoverished or anything of that sort. Right. I felt the safest of anywhere that I lived in New York, in the neighborhood that I live in now. And we know these things about a community, but we also know there are other sides to that. We do know we got Pookie and Ray Ray shooting shit up, right? We do know that we have the YNs nowadays who don't give a damn about whoever. And my thing is, how do we as a collective sell Pookie, Ray Ray, and the YNs on the fact that your mind is impoverished, your mind is in shackles still? How am I going to tell them to pool their resource? Pookie doesn't give a damn about Ray Ray. Pookie will gun Ray Ray down in an instant if Ray Ray looks at him wrong. So my thing is, like, if we're supposed to really be caring about us as a collective, how can I pull you up by shoving down your throat to purchase property and buy land? And the only reason why I'm making this video on land ownership, property ownership, generational wealth is because I feel like there's a huge narrative around that in the financial and like the thriving Black spaces. And I'm here for it. Anything that gets us together, doing something positive, it's uplifting, and it gives us that sense of community. I'm here for it. I love it. But I think that the problem is a little bit deeper than that. And I feel like, again, like I said earlier, ownership for the average Black person is a little bit too lofty, right? Because again, we're usually not making that. We already know we're not making the proper money to even get
What's up,
that.
David?
And sometimes we are also victims, or many times we're victims of redlining, where we'll get higher interest rates, higher everything just because we're Black, right? But also we can't look at it in such an individual way. If we want to truly own land and we want to really like own certain neighborhoods, we own this block, like, you know, how other ethnic groups do, as they should. If we want to own our blocks, we have to do that as a collective. So how am I going to get my next door neighbor, the one down the street, as I just sit here and think, the one down the street, there, who's all interested in buying it, but do they trust me? Do we have trust in the neighborhood? Do we have trust amongst one another? Do you look at me as your kin, or am I just that Black girl who makes videos? Am I your sister? Or am I somebody you feel like you have to protect yourself from? Am I somebody that you want to help really be in her purpose? Or am I somebody that you'd rather support from afar? That's what I'm talking about. And I think that's really the crux of the issues that we face as to why we are not as collective and we don't function really as a proper thriving ethnic group should. Like, look at the Amish. These people... The way that the level of allegiance that they have to one another needs to be studied. The Jewish needs to be studied. And it has nothing to do, like, yeah, there's some about love and all that, but it's not even about love. For me, it's about honor, respect, and allegiance. Your kin comes first. It comes before anything. And if you can't even see the humanity in me, like if I'm struggling with something and my Black brother walks past me with my bags and with all this, and doesn't even blink an eye, bat an eye to try to help me, or if he's struggling and I don't even try to help him, that's a breakdown within the community. So how am I going to get the trust of him, or how is he going to get my trust if we can't even have just a regular functioning kind of relationship with one another? So I feel like
How y'all? What
the
up,
shift
everyone?
needs
This
to
is
be
LA Josh Preston, host and producer of the podcast with LA Josh Preston every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook Live and on Twitch. But in the meantime, you're listening to Althea McFarlane and the Morning Mac Show. Hey, play with it, but don't play with it.
I love that sound bite. That shit. But yeah, But
Good
yeah, that's the
morning,
video. What's up, David?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Nothing, whatever, like that. No,
Yeah,
shit.
no.
I was like, what she was talking about with on the video. She made a good point. How do you get to trust each other? See, because she mentioned a couple of other the Amish or the Jewish or whatever, but it was like 400 years of oppressions beat our people down mentally, and we got to reprogram all of that negative thinking. And look at us as brothers and sisters, because they got us so separated. And y'all know who I meant when I say that. I ain't got to go no further. But the society, that's they. They got us so broken down within a group. We don't look at each other as brothers and sisters. We look at, we even go deeper and say light skin, dark skin, tall, short, fat, skinny. We break it down. We break down within in the breakdowns instead of just saying, hey, we all are one community. We all they find ways to put us in these different boxes, and we do it too. We picked up the negative stereotype and we put it on ourselves as well. I had a white girlfriend that lived in Oxon Hill. Beautiful beautiful house, banging, right? Her parents told her she lives in the ghetto. When her parents came to live, they said, "Ooh, this is a colorful neighborhood." Why? Because a lot of neighbors were black, but it was a good neighborhood. It was these people, and because it was in Oxon Hill, Maryland, and they was like, "Oh, that's the bad area. That's a private." Different parts of Oxon Hill is bad. Not all of Oxon Hill is bad. Not all of Oxon Hill's Lower Beirut. Okay, it's not. You have some nice communities, and she happened to live in one of the nicer communities, and when you look at that, anytime your house go for over $600,000, when it goes for over $500,000, that's a nice community. I don't think that's the hood, but her and it came out her folks' mouth. You live in the hood, and then she even regurgitated that. I said, how dare you say something like that? This ain't no damn hood. You want to see the hood? Take you down Southwest Waterfront where Capers used to be. Take you to the Redwood hood. I'll take you over to Cersei Quarters. Go to where you want to go to the hood. Where you live is a beautiful community. These, like I said, the people in her community was nice, quiet, a nice place.
I think the narrative of the girl, I think what she was saying is because the mindset that they was using about, I don't know, because I don't know what the hood is supposed to mean to people, because I see areas that people would say is the hood, but it's not really the hood, because I don't see I don't see nothing specific. Just like I don't even know what people be. I don't really see too many real hoods anymore anyway. Like, I'm talking about like I might get robbed, I might get stabbed. If I can walk through regardless, just because I see a bunch of my people around don't mean I feel like I'm about to be harmed, or so I be having a hard time understanding, like maybe back then, before all this cleanup, maybe then I can be like, oh yeah, that neighborhood's the hood or something, but not now. I rarely see a neighborhood that's really like whatever hood is supposed to be. But what the girl was saying that I like that she was saying she doesn't want to even keep associating us and it being associated with bad neighborhoods. Just the fact that we live there, or just black people in general, are just assuming that, she want to separate herself from that period is and what I
was giving you an example of that, because she mentioned that she lives in a nice neighborhood. It's so weird that my friend lived in a nice neighborhood, but she didn't think so because it was predominantly black. But you lived in a beautiful house on a beautiful street. You had nice neighbors.
But her words have power, then, is what I'm trying to say. Her words have too much power if you can look at those facts and still feel that way.
No, I didn't feel that way. I feel like wrapping her upside, like banging her in the mouth, like, You don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
That's what I mean. That's you just
crazy.
proved my point. So if you wouldn't bop somebody in the mouth that you don't feel like is right about what they're saying.
No, she was wrong. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
yeah, but you wanted to bop her in her mouth, which if you felt like it was
because there was ignorant what she was saying, and sometimes I get a low tolerance for ignorance. I'm like,
but her words shouldn't even. What I'm trying to say, the reason why I like the video what the girl was saying, because I thought she was trying to say it shouldn't matter. If you can look around and know that your area, you prideful of the area you stay in, no matter what income, whatever tax bracket, that regardless, somebody shouldn't be able to say that to you and it mean anything. Like, I would feel like nothing if you told me that, oh, you live in a trash ass area. Okay, I mean, you can have your opinion, but I'm happy with where I'm at. You know, so somebody saying something, regardless of what type of house or apartment or whatever you live in, shouldn't nobody be able to say nothing that makes you feel. So people be saying stuff to us that still have power, I feel like, that still have a lot of hold. We try to say it doesn't, but then we want to bop them in the head, I guess, for whatever, when we actually feel like they telling the truth. Because I wouldn't get offended and try to swing on somebody. In my opinion, I wouldn't try to swing on somebody.
That was her neighborhood, and I was telling her, you don't live in the hood. And she was trying to say, oh, this is, and I'm like, no, honey. It's just like the ignorance spills over, and you're like, how do you learn? What is ignorant? That lack of knowledge or the absence of you knowing something. And it was just ignorant. People talk ignorant. You don't let them continue to talk ignorant. You try to correct them, try to say, hey, that's not, the case or whatever. And then once you give them the knowledge of telling the truth, then you like, okay, I done told you. Then you wipe your hands off with them. But when they talking crazy, you don't let them talk crazy, do you?
No, I don't let them talk crazy. You can remove yourself from any space or environment or any conversation. I'm just saying that it really don't. I can let you know, but I don't have no incline to bop you in your forehead just because I know you don't know what you're supposed to know. That's what I'm trying to say. That it really has no reaction to the point where I walk away not feeling like anything because I can't let someone external talk about something internal. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's, like I want to get away from some things. But anyway, there's other opinions on here.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dave.
I think we react just just being precautious, not just the hood or whatever. No, but she gave an example. If she got a thing of groceries or something like that, somebody just walks by or something like that. I mean, some women, you try to help and they're like, excuse me, I'm Miss Independent. It's just, it's just, you just don't know how to react to certain things.
I feel you.
And I'm sorry, but if I'm in DC or something like that, and I don't care if they're my color or whatever, if they walking by, the door is getting locked. The door is getting locked. I'm sorry. I mean, like.
That's the problem. The problem.
No, because I used to play football in DC, and I think it was it Woodland. I played for the Woodland Tigers, and there was a dude that was like, hey, can I get a ride to practice or whatever? I said yeah, and he gave me the address or whatever like that. No, I went by. I remember which street it was, like 2nd Street, 5th Street, something like that or whatever.
Okay.
I went over by that area. I didn't see him, but I seen like 20 on the corner. I said, "Is this a setup?"
You saw Pookie and Ray Ray. That's who you saw.
I seen Pookie, Ray Ray, Bobby Johnson. I've seen them all. So I said, "You won't get me this. You won't get me this time, devil." So I kept on going. So he kept on calling me. He was like, "Why do you keep on passing me?" I said, "I don't see you." He said, "Yeah, I'm in the crowd with my cousins and everything." I said, "Well, you gotta be somewhere by yourself. I'm not. I'm
not be somewhere
for the crowd."
Yeah, I'm not down for
I
family
encourage
reunion.
people to watch the rest of the video because she be talking about this shit, our fear about each other and all of that shit. That was the point I was trying to get out of the video.
That's
Was the
real.
fear we had with each other.
I think she didn't. I don't think she grew up in the hood or the projects. And a lot of people who didn't, that's how they mostly talk. You know, they
Right.
just confused. They like, why this and why that? You know, it's like you done have friends that been killed. You know, from other neighborhoods. There's certain neighborhoods we can't go to. Even when you come an adult, you still got memories of fueling with that neighborhood. So you just don't go in them areas. And where we from is still a hood. Like a nigga just got killed up the street. They not posting on the news too much.
The
That's
other
why
day
people
on Martin
thinking that
MLK.
Right. Yeah.
yeah, broad
Yeah,
daylight.
they
He just
just
ran
got
up, shot him, and kept it moving. But
and
this
that was
happened.
Tuesday or Monday. It was Monday or
Come on,
Tuesday.
Reese. This happened daily where we
Yeah.
come from. It's always gunshots. It's always sirens all the time. Sometimes it's be shots. We can be outside just chilling. We'll stop for a second, like, oh, that was down the street. So we know we good right now. But if it sound closer, everybody try to get to their guns or get in the house. You know, so she ain't got to deal with that. So a lot of people who don't, they like, oh, I don't know why black people can't just get along. And they put us in the project with no money and they just drop drugs and guns off the kids. And then you got kids running around shooting each other and innocent bystanders getting hit. So when grandma or whoever ain't from around there like Dave, if he come through our neighborhood, it's 100 people out there. If he was to stop and get out and just start walking around, one of the youngest gonna beat him, rob him, or something, because they know this easy fish. He don't belong here. Why is he around here? He can be police. He can be anything. So I just think a lot of people don't understand because they ain't come from them areas. They never really lost a loved one at a young age over gun violence. And when I hear that what
Right.
she was saying, I be like, a lot of them don't read up on history. Like Black Wall Street was a thing. Everything she's saying black people need to do, we did this in like 1920. We had our own everything, and not just in Oklahoma. This was in multiple places. So when I hear people say that, I be like, you just don't know about Black Wall Street. And that's why people scared to do it again, because we know once we build and do our own thing, they're going to just blow it up or find a way
Yep.
to get rid of it and start
Yep.
killing it. It just start a war. So what I think of, I just think we need to start dividing ourselves from other people. Yeah, it's some white people out here that might be evil, but there's a whole lot of white people that's nice and that helped us get Black Wall Street up and running. They was the ones that was coming, getting the service from us and helping us keep our businesses up and running. So it's just like it take all of us as humans, not just as the blacks, the whites, and all that. It's just the people that's in charge, the 1%. They just some evil motherfuckers. But when we all come together collective as human beings, I think things would be better. Not just the whites, the Chinese. That's how they got us now. They're keeping us divided. So when one decide to act up, they just let the rest of the world know, oh, China trying to do this. Yeah, because y'all think China trying to. Nah, we need to work together. That's how I look at it. But what she said was some good things, but I just think she just don't know too much about Black Wall Street. Once she figure that out, then she gonna come in there and talk about it. And I can't wait to hear it. Cause she powerful. She said some
I
good
would say
things.
that I would say that she has a whole channel. I forgot her actual screen name, but she has a whole channel, and that was only 7 minutes of the video, out of 23. So, the whole link, like the whole conversation in its entirety. Because at first, when I seen the title, when she was saying like, "Oh, black wealth is a scam," I didn't want to watch it, but I give shit a chance regardless because I never know what they may say. So, I would just say it's more to the video and it's more to
Yeah,
her channel. So
yeah. I wouldn't
don't
say
take
it's
the 7 minutes
a scam.
for face value.
No, I wouldn't say it's a scam though, but I say it's
Yeah,
it's
it's not a scam.
selfish for what she's saying. Like she's saying we being selfish. We need to really work together. We so focused on trying to leave wealth for just our family and our kids when they gotta live amongst these other kids who don't have it. So it ain't gonna never. So we need to do something together, collective. Which I'm for that. But I'm just like we done did that before. She just
Yeah.
gotta look up what Black Wall Street is.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
South
Like
oh,
like Molly. Like Molly was saying, somebody like me or somebody, like, that, stays in like an area of me or whatever, no, the things that you all experience or whatever, no, to us, that's like urban legends, you know what I mean? So, so somebody be like, oh, yes, so and so was that, was sitting there minding his business at the stoplight, and somebody just came up and just shot him or something like that. No. So when I go to Baltimore, I don't stop at stoplights.
Mm-mm.
Speaking of Baltimore, but I got a clip for you about Baltimore that may have you rethink, what you
Well, say
said.
it, Aquarius. That's just the open floor. Oh shit. She said, "Give me a second." She can about to
Look,
formulate her
let me
word.
Shout said. Let me read this. He said, "I went to my first friend's funeral
Well, we
when I was
can hear
13."
everything. We
And
just
that's what you said.
who said that?
Shout about. He said he
Mhm.
went to his first friend's funeral when he was 13. And he said that lets him know that the thing that we call the streets is real. He said, and he chose to stay in the streets, and some of his friends decided to leave it alone. And that's true. When you are tragic or see something happen and go through that, you either going to strive to get out or away from it, or you going to buckle up and knuckle down, 10 toes down, and go harder so you can fight. It's like either you fighting the streets or you fighting what's around you, or you trying to fight to get out of the streets. I guess that's what he's saying. He said you either get in them streets or you leave it alone. So, and that's real. That's real. Right there.
That's real right
That's
there.
what he said. That's real.
Y'all
That's
done
what he
made
said.
my girl
Make the
hood
Queens
now.
real.
That's real right there.
That's what he said. That's what he
he-
said. But I got
Nah,
another video that David, you talking about Baltimore, that talks about to speak on the violence and stuff in Baltimore. Like I said, all of Baltimore, like North Lawn, Cherry Hill, that's not all of Baltimore. And this, I'm gonna show y'all this news clip, and that proves my point that we got sections and areas, and people are actually trying to do a little something about some things. Molly, can you pull it up? Oh, I gotta pull it up. Is it up in there, Molly?
Nah, I don't know what video you talking about.
The news clip with the guy Matthew Henson in Baltimore. Matthew Henson,
Let me see. Matthew Henson. Oh, the dude who cleaned up his neighborhood or something,
Yeah.
and the gun back.
You ready?
I can put it in the private chat.
No, it's already in there. You see it? I'm asking you to see it in the thing.
Then it should be the first one in there.
Right.
Because he has something in order. He has
It's
something in
already
order.
in here. I already got it on StreamYard. I'm asking, can y'all see it in y'all block?
Oh, it's coming up now.
I know what you're saying. Bum, bum, bum.
I hope it ain't too long.
No,
Yeah, hang on.
it ain't 7 minutes, honey. No.
No, I'm not talking about the video. I'm talking about her response. She got a lot to say.
Let me show y'all. Y'all ready? Can you see
Yeah,
it?
sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
Play. How come it didn't do nothing? Oh, there it is.
The Matthew Henson community, which sits in the city's highest crime district, has not seen the homicides that many neighboring communities have seen. And neither has it seen City Hall's crime-fighting strategies, which city leaders have credited for reducing the city's crime rate.
Safe Streets, Muncie, GBRS, We Are Us, Ceasefire, all 5 of them, none of them have been here.
When Safe Streets first launched 6 years ago, residents in Matthew Henson asked for its help. But when it failed to move in, the community developed a crime-fighting strategy of its own.
I got 36,563 people as documented by the city.
It's the largest community in Baltimore City. And when it comes to homicides, Doc Cheatham will tell you it is the safest.
That's 442, 43 days.
Without a homicide.
Without a homicide. Without a homicide.
The Matthew Henson community, which sits in the city's highest crime district, has not seen the homicides that many neighboring communities have seen. And neither has it seen City Hall's crime-fighting strategies, which city leaders...
Now, I thought that was very interesting. When the community asked for help for these, Kenny Clark, one of them is the group that he went down to Baltimore and walked with protests What do we want? Change. What do we want now? Yeah. Out of the 5 groups and everything, nobody came through that man's rescue or the community or help them clean up their community. So the residents in that community, I guess they got tired. It reminded me of the movie Death Wish with Charles Bronson, where the neighbors got tired of the criminals doing stuff, so they decided to clean up their own neighborhood. But 442 days, 43 days with no killing. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Like me and Molly was saying, like every day, every other day, somebody getting shot and gunned down up here. And this in that street in Baltimore. So David, when you in the Matthew Henson district, you don't have to speed by at the stoplights and the and the stop signs.
They keep it moving. But the news ain't try to mention the fact that he had like former prisoners, like they was basically everybody that was helping, they was former like felons. That's how he cleaned up the neighborhood. It was former felons coming out there, pressing the youngins out at the liquor stores and all the vacant homes where all the crime go at, and letting them know this ain't the way to go. You know, so if it wasn't for them felons that came home and decided to turn things around, he would have still been out there fighting. So I like that. They didn't try to mention that in the news though. They try to get them they shine. It take former felons, you know, to come out here and help these youngins. Not nobody who never been through it, never been in the street, never sold a drug, you can't relate. But when you got somebody out there that can relate to these kids and they know him, like, oh shit, I remember you, OG. Yeah, I'm home now. I need y'all to put this shit down, man. Shut this. Get with me. We got you. And that's what they was doing. And now you see it got effects. I always think that them should be the people talking to the kids. I always think like if you're a drug addict, you trying to get clean, talk to a former drug addict. Why would you talk to somebody that never been on drugs? Some people be talking to therapists, all this, because they if you lost somebody, talk to somebody that might lost somebody. You know, that understand your situation. And I think that's what works. I like it though.
Yeah, and that's what they do at the AA meetings. Your sponsor is a former alcoholic or former addict that help you along your journey. See, and they have you talk to the people that's trying to get clean, like you get clean. So these people, they go through, you know, that's why I like AA meetings. They give you or they hook you up with somebody, like you said, that you can relate to. Because if you can't relate, you're gonna be like, if you never been to ghetto, stay the hell out the ghetto. Because you
Molly, Molly, let me get that other comment first, that bigger one from Chow. Chow says, when I started having my oldest sons is when I decided to fall back and move to Virginia. I was beefing with some people that think like me, and my sons didn't deserve to be put in a situation to have to move how I was moving, so I got them out. Plus, I wanted to be around them, not dead or in jail for life. That part. It was a second comment, too, from Chow. He said, but today I still struggle because I will tweak out like I never stopped, so I have to be mindful of the people and places I put myself around. Absolutely. Bomb-ass comment.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's real. Look, and that's real.
I just went through that shout. Somebody try to bring that, oh, you up out, you gotta get away from him, you know, because you already know like that shit can bring back all type of man, or you'll start thinking that way, like this dude might be trying to do this and that. I need it. So it's like, nah, stay away from that energy.
Yeah. For real.
That's right. David Green.
David Green.
Yeah.
What you got to say about that?
About his comment?
Yeah, about
him cleaning up Baltimore.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot. Yeah.
Where you been at?
Huh?
When you at, Dave? You here?
Yeah.
Come on, Stanley.
You call him Stanley?
No, you all got on Clout's comment or whatever. I thought that's what you was asking about.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
But
I guess they want to know your overall take because we know you lock doors and don't stop at stoplights. Just because I ain't come from the hood don't mean I'm afraid of niggas. So I'm going to stop at the stoplight. I'm not going to lock my door. And that's, you know, just so we want your take on how you feel about the chicken recent. the recent changes in Baltimore. Can you enlighten us on how you feel about this recent elevation, good sir?
Oh shoot! I was excited. Like you said, I ain't gotta, go past stop signs and everything.
So, but let me ask you, because I thought you was gonna say a little bit more than that. So what has anything personally happened to you in Baltimore, or is just your feeling, like how you feel, is just off of like what you heard and seen probably on TV, maybe about
Yeah,
Baltimore?
I mean, has anything personally happened to me? No. But what I mean, my sister lives there. I used to go to a church there that that got robbed and stuff and all. So I'm like, well, if you're gonna rob a church,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
But was you in the church when it happened, or?
Oh no,
Oh.
no, I wasn't. That was the day that I played hooky, and I was.
Oh, okay. Because I was looking for personal dealings that you had like that make you feel the way you feel. Because I don't. Everybody is aware. I think everybody looks at the side of their eye when it's a
But
group
like
of people grouped up,
right,
regardless. I think, but
but like I said earlier, you know what I mean. Like you hear stories and everything, from like where I'm from. It's like urban legends. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean. Oh, don't you know what I mean? Don't do this, or this might happen. Or don't do this or that. This. Um, but as far as you know what I mean, me experiencing being robbed or anything like that, no. Now I've heard gunshots and different things like that or whatever. Matter of fact, I went to a game. I went to a game and ended up having like a flat, and one of the teammates, whoever, big lineman, he fixed the flat, but what he did was he tied did the bolt too tight or whatever. No, so when I made it to Baltimore and was leaving, my tire came out.
The
But
tire came out.
yeah. The bolt and everything. You know what I mean? It was wobbling and everything. And the whole time I said, please don't. I said, if anything happens, make sure out of Baltimore. Well, that didn't happen. And it was on the side of the road.
In Baltimore.
For hours. And then it ended up being like, I think it was like around about 6 o'clock or whatever. You know what I mean? Everything was all good and everything. 6 o'clock came, I heard pop, 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 pop. I was like, oh my goodness. But like I said, as far as being, there was a crackhead woman that kept running constantly up and down the street. No. And then you will hear it die down. No. And then come back. No. I said,
I was getting high.
And she did that for an hour straight. No. I said, oh my goodness. I said, I hope I find favor and I make it in the gates. Because I really thought, I really thought that was the end.
That was the end. Nobody accosted you or nothing like that. You was just scared of what you was hearing. Was you inside the car or outside the car?
Yeah, I was inside. I was inside the car. I was
sitting in the car, windows rolled up, summertime hot.
The windows rolled up.
David.
I think I was on live. I was like, if anybody see this.
I tell you.
But just like the video said, it's sad that a lot of us are like that way or whatever. But I mean, reality is reality. I mean, like, it would be, it would be good, see a crowded area, of us, and be like, hey, and not you know what I mean, worry about, you know what I mean, being jumped or this is this. No, but I mean, the more you go, I just doesn't happen.
I guess I don't have that. I don't fear that going nowhere and getting like, you know, or being in a crowd. I don't have those kind of anxieties per se. And I've been robbed, and we've been shot. We done seen some, you know, maybe because I, you know, was a little rough, that we seen some things that we know how to. It wouldn't make me sit in the car with the windows locked up and paranoid. If I saw a crowd of people, I don't think I'll be paranoid thinking the day after me or they're going to come and get me or bother me or nothing like that.
Right.
You know, so, and I speak to the people, hey, y'all, what's going on? You know, they not, you know, so I don't know. I'm not scared of that. I'm not. Ooh. Different communities, different folks, go through different things. But that community in Baltimore, that over a year with no homicides, that's a beautiful thing. And like Molly said, it was reformed prisoners that came home. And that's what we need more of. If the young people, that's how we can get through to the young people. If more young people listen to the OGs. But a lot of these kids out there nowadays, they call it the Zen Alpha Z's. They're not listening to nobody. It's like it used to be a thing because they don't fear nobody. Like the parents fear the law. The kids say, I'm gonna call the cops on you or call CPS. The parents fear getting in trouble with the law. The law fears getting in trouble with the judges and stuff because of how they was doing. And it's like the teachers are scared of the kids. The parents are scared of the kids. Everybody is scared of these Zen Alpha Z's, X kids, or whatever they are. You know, why? You know, if this is the future, tell them, stop them, teach them something, share something with them. That's why they off the chain, because ain't nobody told them nothing. They out there fending for themselves. But if we get more of the OG mentality and try to say, hey, let me check you before you wreck yourself.
Right.
But we got to get people that care. I care, and I stop and I say something. I guess that's why they call me Ma Dukes, and they don't bother me, you know, because I stop and I ask questions. If I can help, I help, you know. And you know, that part, I got something to say. You know, and I tell the kids.
I got that.
You know, to help them along the way, because my time is dwindling down. They just getting started. See.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just watched a video where, you know what I mean, young kid was getting a haircut and he didn't like the haircut. So he shot the barber. I'm like, what happened? What happened to back in the day when I don't like the haircut? I'm not gonna give you a tip and I'm gonna leave. I mean,
damn.
He shot the barber. We just watched the video the other day where the hairdresser drugged a client for not paying, and you saying that the dude didn't like the haircut and shot. Where was this at, David? Was this a real story or was this?
no, yeah, it was definitely somebody videoed it live or whatever, and then ran or whatever. Like,
oh, that person is undercover. If they videoed it live and got some footage of somebody shooting somebody, you know they in witness protection program somewhere.
I don't know. I'm practicing cutting my own hair. So.
They the world.
Oh Lord! Here comes our Botana Oil sponsorship. Let's run another ad. Let's run another.
Shit. What was that stuff you was putting in your head, David, that was making it grow?
Batana.
Batana.
You gonna try to say it a little different, man.
Batana means no baldness for the rest of your day.
Ain't no baldness for the rest of your day. Now you gonna practice cutting
It's
your own hair,
gonna work
Lord.
for days.
Yeah, you know. All right. All
It's
It's
right.
so
gonna
problem
work.
free.
Hold
Home
Joe to blow.
philosophy.
I see the hair grow. Yup.
Hey, yeah, my
It's
daughter
a
said the same thing.
promise me.
She said,
It do look a
Dad,
little
you see
filled in.
that?
That potato
Yeah, I
hole
know it
might be a
does look a
little.
little bit. Yeah, I know, I know.
It might be a little something.
Yeah,
You
we about
know.
to remix that Batana joint. Kuna
Mm-hmm.
Batana.
Yep, yep, Hakuna Batana.
Instead of mama, it's Batana.
Give Dave
Batana.
no worries for the rest of his days.
That's right.
He ain't
Big ups
gonna
to
Hakuna
you,
run
Reese,
Batana.
on
Trump
getting that.
no way.
Big ups to you, Reese, on getting that video pulled up behind the scenes. I seen what you did there.
You
It's
see her
up and ready.
vicious. She ain't even
Mhm.
say, hold on, y'all. I can't
Yeah, hold Joe to blow. Let me get it together. She ain't say shit. She just
can't
pulled it
do
right
it.
on up. Look at progress. I ain't mad. Go ahead.
Look, I understood
Believe
the
anything.
assignment.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Nigerian
understood the
queen.
Nigerian queen. Man, from
He's queen.
Zamunda. Yeah.
David. I'm sorry, David. What
LA,
is it?
that was one time. That was one time. Until she started talking about I had to give her $500 and then because they're invading her country, and then when she comes back
Oh,
over, she did.
nah.
Yeah, I said, oh no, you
My
got me.
girl.
all that green
What was
card
that?
shit. I
Was
can't.
that
Finesse,
where was she from? Where was
finesse in all countries.
Somewhere in Africa or something else.
oh,
She's supposed to be like an heiress to
Somewhere
a
in
princess or
and then she
something.
wanted $500?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't get to that at first. You know, I mean, at first I was just like, oh, and showed pictures and stuff like that. It's like, oh, okay.
And she was beautiful.
Then
What?
she hit me with, she was like, they're invading my country, and my my dad's going to send me over to America, but something about her money over there or something. If I give her $500, she'll give me 5,000 over here, and we get married and
Oh,
stuff.
Yeah,
shit.
that's the finesse.
Oh, nah, that
That's
green
the
card
money
shit.
exchange.
That's that WhatsApp shit I be talking about. I ain't fucking
I
with all
said,
that.
oh
Yeah.
no.
And
got
WhatsApp
that.
have. Let me tell you, when you get WhatsApp downloaded, it already come with a group of Africans already downloaded on your WhatsApp.
He said a group of
I'm
How you
serious.
sound?
Like,
A
who is
group of
these
Africans
people?
already.
Africans already on there waiting on your WhatsApp. I was like, oh, I had to try to take it off my phone. It put itself back on. I'm talking to my cousin. WhatsApp come on. I'm like, I uninstalled that bitch. I uninstalled. Full stop. But WhatsApp is hard headed. It came back on. He was like, wait a minute. I'm like, I don't know these people. I don't know none of these people. I mean,
Wow,
who
were
is
birth
this
certificates
calling
really
me?
created? What's this video about?
This
The
I came
creation of birth
Oh, this is
certificates, it
deep.
says, right?
Yeah, this is deep.
and the wealth. I came across this and I thought instantly about Malik Bey and how he was telling us how we got to be our own straw man and everything. And look, when you dig, look, don't dig if you don't want to know the truth. That's all I got to say. When you dig, you look, and then it's like once we find the information, then what do we do about it? Now what? That's the big question. But my curious ass wanted to know, and I came across this, and like Malik say, I looked in about being a sovereign citizen, about being your own straw man, and all of that. That's a longer process. That is, and you get like diplomatic immunity and all of that stuff that he was saying is true. But you got to have 4 good eyes to be able to read, and the dotted line and all that. But I guess like anything, there's a loophole, and you can get your way out of anything and everything, and find out what that means. But this is just one part of the equation, like your birth certificate and your social security card. Somebody told me that your social security card number is your money that's you got in your bank, what you work. And I was like, "Hope Joe to blow, give me my million. Can I have my millions? Just social security number. That's a 9-digit. You got 9-digit dollars like that, man. But
that's
what you
that's what I said. Yeah, that's I don't know if it's the same video, but I've seen something like that. You know what I mean? That's our bank account and different things like that.
Whew. Give me, can I have my dollars? That's because I got something to do with that money. So here the video. It says, why were birth certificates really created? Boom. Okay, I be saying boom and hitting shit. Don't shit be happening.
It's it looks like your
And that will
volume.
operate
Is that,
under the
there it
ancient
is.
system of pledging. By such methodology, we can compel people to submit to our agenda, which will affect our security as chargeback for our fiat paper currency. Every American will be forced to register or suffer not being able to work and earn a living. They will be our chattel, and we will hold the security interest over them forever by operation of law merchant under the scheme of secured transactions. Americans, by unknowingly or unwittingly delivered the bills of lading to us, will be rendered bankrupt and insolvent forever to remain economic slaves through taxation secured by their pledges. They will be stripped. Right now I'm going to just read a quote from Edward Mendell House and what he had to say in a private meeting with Woodrow Wilson, president between 1913 and 1921, from the private papers of Woodrow Wilson. Quote, very soon, every American will be required to register their biological property in a national system designed to keep track of the people, and that will operate under the ancient system of pledging. By such methodology, we can compel people to submit to our agenda, which will affect our security as chargeback for our fiat paper currency. Every American will be forced to register or suffer not being able to work and earn a living. They will be our chattel, and we will hold the security interest over them forever by operation of law merchant under the scheme of secured transactions. Americans, by unknowingly or unwittingly delivered the bills of lading to us, will be rendered bankrupt and insolvent forever to remain economic slaves through taxation secured by their pledges. They will be stripped. Right now I'm going to just read a quote from
Now that was like 1920, and that was way back then when they first started getting it, rolling it out, you know. So that's why we all have birth certificates now and social security card. And it's funny because without a birth certificate or a social security card, you could not work. But they worked the hell out of them slaves before then. They didn't have a social security number in them fields. They was up there. They worked the hell. I'd have been the first one that said, Massa, I ain't got no birth certificate or no social security card. I can't work. I can't work. I'd have been in them cotton fields like this, like, I sure wish I could help y'all pick, but I ain't got no social security card. I can't work. I mean, if they do that, you know, and they was property, that's what we were. We were considered chattel anyway. We belonged to them just like the horses and the animals did, you know. But look, why did they tell us I can't pick that cotton? I just can't do it. I would love to boss, but I ain't got no birth certificate, no social security card. I ain't got.
Sure, they get branded.
Right.
It don't matter. You would get branded. You ain't got no birth certificate. I ain't got no social security card. Ow, but I'm burnt.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Here it is, right here. You won't lose it again.
Right. Right. You ain't gonna drop this one.
You
Lose it
ain't dropping
somewhere.
this one.
Lose it in the fields or something. Nah.
Take your shirt off. See 2215-4.
Yeah. Turn right around and see what your number is.
Do you want the picture? No, I don't want the picture. I don't want the picture.
No, I'm all right. Oh shit, man.
Oh boy, I tell you. Me and my aunt talk about that. She said she could never have gone through what they've been. She said she wouldn't have been a slave. I said, yeah, you would. And she said, nope, they'd have hung me. She said, I'd be laid against the peach tree eating peaches and say, you can hang me right here, boss. Because she said she'd do like my Uncle Doug, when they was farming, my granddaddy brother. He would get out and doing his chores and working the farm. He would run and hide in the woods until everybody was finished. They'd be looking for his butt been a hole across the field, and he wouldn't come home until everybody's chores was finished. Then he come out the woods. They was like, where you did your chore? Where was you at? He wasn't even, I'm like, you know who that was, a lazy He said he was gone. He'd be in somebody else's watermelon patches. He eating their watermelon. I'm like, dang.
Not watermelon patches.
The watermelon patches. They was real back there. The country folks. They down in the farming and stuff. So shoot. He said he run and hide in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandmother used to tell me stories about my Uncle Doug. He was so mischievous. Back then, my grandfather, the older siblings drove the school bus. So if you were older in the community and you had your driver's license, you drove. It was one bus for all the kids. All the kids was in one schoolhouse, you know. So my grandfather was driving the bus, and my Uncle Doug would get on the bus and start fighting with the other kids. They say he was a little something. And he'd be telling people, I'll knock you up the creek, down the creek, upside your head. He said, my grandfather said he would have to take my uncle and literally put him off the bus. You can't ride the bus because he trying to try to start fighting with the other kids. My Uncle Doug was he was a rascal. You rascal, you. He was one of those kids. He got a whooping for cussing. And my grandmother said when she first met him, he said, ooh, this bubblegum sure is good. Ooh, this was good tasting. This bubblegum, ooh, this bubblegum, goddamn, this bubblegum is good. He just got a beating for cursing and sitting there telling my grandmother, this some good damn bubblegum. He got a beating again. It's just like, you just got to, he was one of them people. He was one of
Can we I guess expand a little bit more on the birth certificates, like the videos and stuff about the birth certificates?
Yes.
Any more comments or anything about it? We started talking about something else, which is cool, but
sorry. I chatted off on.
It's all right. It doesn't matter, but it was just saying.
The birth certificates, that was their way of them tracking us and making us work. And they force you to get documented. They force you to get documents, and they hold them documents against you. And in order to work and to sustain your family, you got to have what? Your birth certificate and your social security number. So they forcing you into a system that you don't want to be a part of.
Did you have a video on how the system works?
No, I can find that.
You ain't got to find it right now. I was just asking in general if you had any videos of explaining just about the system,
like the straw man or
well, I don't know what I'm not educated on what the straw man is. I'm just talking about the system itself, like talking about birth certificates and and how the government uses them and stuff. I was about it.
They keep track of us. It's just like the census, how they keep track. They say census is to let them know where the need is or how many people in this area, so they can know where to give the funding to or what area needs what funding. But I believe that's a lie. The census is to keep track of you, and just like your birth certificates, and it's to make your birth certificate keeps track of you being alive, so you can work, keep track of your taxes, because according to the government, if anybody that's got a birth certificate, social security number, you should be out there working. And it's got to be a reason why you're not working. They want to know before they give you the help or assistance and all of that. So you got to pay into a system. You got to get out there and work your social security so they can take that money. You got to get out there and work so you can produce that product for them. So they can have that. Why do we need birth certificates? It's a tracking thing. It's just so the government can catalog us. There it is.
Right.
Catalog you. We know how many youngins this is. We know how many old folk from this century to this century. We know how many of this there is, and that there is, and it's a cataloging. The way
Yeah.
they what you say, Marley?
Yeah. I said Jose work. He ain't got no social or no birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's screaming for them to be able to stay too. But for us to do all this taxes and birth certificates, social security, but you see how they can just come over here, work, and just make money, don't have to do all the things we do. That's why they be wanting them to get green cards and stuff like that, become citizens, so they can become a number. That's all it is, a number game. The more people you got working, I think they got bonds and stuff, but we willingly do it. When you have a kid, you sign the birth certificate. They ain't
Vital
put a gun to
statistics.
your head and say, look, sign this birth certificate.
They do it to you
Nah,
right in the
they
hospital.
hand it to you, you sign it.
Yep.
You ain't gotta be the real father. If you sign that motherfucker, you is.
You the daddy.
They can
If you put your name on that paper, you got to go to court and get a blood test in front of a judge for them to reverse it. And sometimes they may not, because the first thing the judge is going to ask you why you signed it.
Why you sign it? Yep.
Yeah. They make you take care of a kid ain't yours if you sign off on it. So it's weird. I don't know why we do it. And we ain't the only race of people do it. They all doing it, whites. So it's like the elites, that 1%. They tricked us into this game like you gotta get a social birth certificate to actually work. And, so then you like, oh, I got all these things, and now you're doing these things to get this job. The whole time that's still slavery. They just switched it up. Now they give you a little more freedom, but the whole time we still doing the same thing. That's why they like to lock people up so they can get cheap labor. Cheap labor is the best labor. So it's always gonna be prisons. It's always gonna be petty crimes. Kids always gonna get arrested that's innocent because they need people to fix these things and work for cheap. And they know out here we gonna charge them an arm and a leg. So it's all a game. I just say until we stop playing the game, we gonna continue to get played with.
You know what I wonder? Other than the birth certificate, because they give you that when the rich people, because you have to go and apply for your social security number. If your parents don't do it for you, have to go apply for a number, right? So if you're rich and you never have to work a day in your life, you come up in that lifestyle, I wouldn't care about a social security. If I was born into wealth like that, where I never have to work a day in my life, do you think I would go and register for a social security card? I wouldn't care.
I mean, that's how you get access to the money. Whoever left you that money had a social security saying, this is my family, this money go to them. The minute you default that, then that money going elsewhere. They ain't gonna give you the money, and then you can just not have, because you born with it. So it's impossible. Right. It ain't like an infant be like, Mom, don't sign that shit. It's like they gonna sign it. Now you got a birth certificate and a social. Until an adult actually say, I'm not doing this, my kid's not doing, and educate the next kid, and then they keep on going from generation to generation. Like Malik and them, I'm pretty sure his kids and his kids probably never be a citizen of the state or any state. But it took for him to start it out.
I think he is a sovereign citizen, but it don't work for the rest. I think you gotta do that the way it was reading. You got to do that on your own. Like, say you're a sovereign citizen, you have kids. If wherever they born, it don't work for them all the way. I gotta make sure, double back and make sure to find out if that is applied, if that goes across the board, or that was just for adults.
No, I'm just saying they already got the information, and when they about to have a child, I'm pretty sure they're not signing a birth certificate. They got other things they might go around. They do. I'm sure Malik ain't have a kid with this knowledge that he's preaching, saying, "Hey, I signed a birth certificate and made my son a citizen of the state." Unless he was trying to get some benefits from it. I don't know how they do it. People be getting their socials and all this shit back and getting all this money, but I heard it's a process and it take years.
Yeah, It takes some years.
That's crazy.
That's how that's
What's
something
up?
you do when you're young.
Your ass done got busy at work.
Mm-hmm.
She got tied up.
That's the good. That's not a bad
Oh no,
thing.
it damn sure is. We was talking about it yesterday, but all right, it got tied up. Had to disappear for a second, get some shit straight, and come back.
And that business.
I ain't mad at that at all. I love that.
I don't know. I got my passport. You know.
I
I
got
damn
mine.
sure do.
Yeah.
I damn sure do. So if
You
I
got a
need to pick up
passport
to get
too?
out this motherfucker, I can. Huh?
You got a passport too?
Oh yeah, I'll always carry
Yeah.
one.
I think
And mine's getting ready to
That was a
expire.
mandatory thing in my house. Make sure you have one.
Mine's getting ready to expire in a couple of years. I got to look at it and get it renewed again. To get it renewed costs the same amount it is to get it the first time. I'm like, goodness, they have, you would think, oh, I'm just getting it renewed, getting it update. Nope. It's a process all over again.
Was it like 150?
What you say, David?
Was it like 150?
I agree with that, Aquarius. I agree with that.
Well, when I did mine in 2015, it was it was either, did I pay 150 or 175? It was under $200. It was under $200, and that was in
How long do you have it for?
they give it to you for like 10 years.
Oh, 10. Okay.
Yeah, my bad this year.
I think mine might expire this year too, because I got it in 2015. Then that means in June I got to get another one. I had got mine to go to Canada.
Canada.
Yeah,
Canada.
to go across the border.
Yeah, mate.
Go to Panama.
And it was awesome because with my passport it let me go to other couple of other places that I got a chance to go to. But you definitely need that to travel in and out of the state. Now, what happens? I don't know. Because at Niagara Falls, one side is New York and one side is Canada at Niagara Falls. Now, how did they do that? What if I walk in and like walk in on the New York side, the other side of the falls, and I'm just walking around and I decided to leave Canada? They won't let me back into the United States without my passport, because you don't need your passport to go to the Niagara Falls thing.
And yeah, they let you back in. A lot of people be like, I thought that too, but it would take you through TSA or something like that, and it take a longer time. They gonna ask you a bunch of questions. Where you from? What's your name? What's your son name? They gonna ask you what's your grandmother, brother name. They gonna ask you stuff. They try to trip you up. What was your third grade teacher name? And they gonna have the names down there. You just gotta make sure you pick the right one. So even if you forget, but once you see it, you're like, oh shit, that was my teacher name. But you gotta get everything right. You get one wrong, your ass ain't. You gotta come back. Try again another time. But yeah, I was flying with no ID for like 4 years. I ain't had no ID. I was flying.
She said, renewed to stay in DC. I'm dead. No credit check needed. You can even buy something like that.
You said they let you fly for 4 years with no ID?
Yeah, I'd fly forever with no ID. You just got to get there early and go through TSA, because I lost it. I just went to the airport like I can't get one in Arizona. So I said, fuck it. I'm just go to the airport, see what can they do for me. Now one day they said, boy, you could have came here. And I thought about it, because I was like, how do kids fly? I was like, I never see kids ain't got ID. So it's like,
the parents,
you don't really need
ID, you talking about like kids flying overseas from like country to country, or you mean like on our land?
Yeah, like my boy Peter, he used to just book his kids' flights and they just send it. I'm like, how do they know?
Actually,
that's
before the show is over, for real, I'm gonna ask my aunt, because
I'm like, do they get Curtis school ID? Or
18, he gets flown from Vegas. So before the show is over, I'm gonna ask her, because I always actually wondered that too.
Yeah, nah, kid ain't really no ID. So that was weird. But yeah, you don't need no ID. You just go through TSA. You good. I done did it plenty of times. Better
What
get
she
there
say?
early though.
Also, if you grew in the hood, news will provide propaganda that's all bad and infested, but
Hmm.
that's where real the hood would take care of the seniors back in the day. It's a lot of love in the hood. That's yeah, that's
Yeah.
the what I was getting at today about not fearing. I got I know I know them niggas too. Like, it's not a thing. Everybody it's love in the man. I don't judge nobody on where they
Everyone
live
hit
at.
you on your block, but like Molly say, you go on the wrong block or the wrong side. Like Palmer Park was divided on two sides
But
across
they know
Green
where they at though. They know
and
where they at and they shop on like their environment. So they know about them neighborhoods where it's a problem.
well, I mean,
That's
the
street
whole thing
smarts.
is your neighborhood, but you just
Uh,
get beat up if you go on certain street. That was
well, I mean, they still know what block. They're still being aware of your area, so they know
what
what
block to
blocks ain't
walk
safe to go
on.
down, or what people ain't might not be good to be around. So, but I don't. I'm saying is I don't. I want us to get off of the judging of people where they stay at. If you can, the environment, who you're around. I don't want nobody lock their door. Well, your door should be locked anyway when you're driving, but I don't want us to do things that still show or expose that we still like fear each other. If we fear somebody, okay, don't think about it. But I just hate that we fear each other the way we do. That's my
Yeah,
point.
child dumb, man. He talking about Aquarius, you need to hop on and show some books be real. So she be writing books. He dumb, man.
How do you propose that by us coming from different backgrounds and some people going to fear and some people going to be Billy Badass, some people going to fear everybody.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you said you don't want us to do this. So how would you propose that? This is like a kumbaya moment. How do we do that?
I mean, I just never had a reason to fear my own people. I know what I see online. I know what I haven't seen for myself. I know what I have seen for myself. I just never had a fear of my own people. I think we all like see a group of niggas standing somewhere and be like, let me watch that. Let me just be aware. But am I fearing you? No, I'm not afraid to walk anywhere. There's
Hell
some
no.
hoods, you don't want to walk into. I'm not Billy Badass, but am I afraid to walk anywhere? No. And when I approach people that I'm not used to being around, like when I moved to Maryland, there's a whole different type of energy. Niggas is on a whole my boot and all that shit. There's a whole lot of shit I ain't never seen before until I moved to this area. But when I walk to somebody, you exude an energy that lets the other people know that you don't fear them, that you see them as, and I swear to God that or whoever that will break a lot of people's mindsets when they see that you just see them and you don't look scared, you don't look like it's a problem, I don't know, but it's getting me wherever I want to, whatever door I want to walk through. I don't fear my people.
Yeah,
You always be sharp, be aware, but I'm not scared of my own people.
yeah. Fear and being aware is two different things, child.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my friends is from the hood. Fuck you talking about?
I don't blame you.
Family, friends.
Yeah, all my people. I'm about to go to the hood after I get off here for real. Get my shit. It ain't no thing. I don't judge nobody. I've met the best people in places that's considered to be the hood. The first people to give you something that they have, like
Yeah,
like where the cookouts was at, where I had fun at, like talking to the old heads. Like I don't get that where I'm at. I go over there and if I want to get some wisdom from the older folks.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm
I
not.
took
I'm
Slicky
not.
to
I'm
the
not
hood.
scared. That's the thing. I'm not scared.
I took Slicky to the hood. He was in Southeast with me, man. Took him to a cookout, man. They was loving Slicky. Whatever you want. Food, do what it do. Him and Bed, man. They was out there with me.
And
But
Uncle Paul was with him
yeah,
too.
Uncle Paul. But I just noticed that, living in like Arizona, Colorado. I stayed in Secaucus, New Jersey, and I was just meeting people out there, and it's hoods everywhere. They just different. And when I was getting in these places, they like, you gotta be careful. This shit be happening, da da da, and nothing really be happening out there, but it do from
Yeah.
time to time. So they just like, why you feel comfortable? I'm just like, where I come from, this regular. It it's always a shooting in South. It just ain't always gonna be your neighborhood. So
Yeah,
only
I'm from
thing
the
I did,
DMV, so
yeah,
you know,
it just be shit
so
be happening. Places they just, it's a different lifestyle. Like out there, they be stressing about whole different things. They news and all that be totally different. It just be like a bear ran across the highway today, and that's the top story. You be like, damn, they still talking about this black bear that ran across the highway, and we wake up here, it's like another shooting, and an 8-year-old kid was dead. It was like, damn, it's just different. And when I brought them here and they started to see that, they never wanted me to come back. They like, well, how can you live like that? Like it's people just shooting, like they don't care. Like they never lost people before. Like these dudes grown, they never lost nobody to gun violence. If anything, it's probably a car accident and somebody was sick. And they go to therapy for that. Like I lost my friend when I was 25, and it was all like, how did he die? It was a car accident. And they don't know how to go on after that. I'm like, damn, I lost about 20 friends already to gun violence. And I still find, but it's just like, it's still the same. Just because they ain't experienced what I experienced, I can't judge and say, oh, well, where I come from, that ain't nothing. And I just hand through. And we talk and we start to know, like, damn, this what you go through there, this we go through here. How can we help each other? So I
that's
think
what I thank you.
outskirts can help the hood, and I think the hood can help them in parts, but we just stay away from each other. We divide. It's crazy.
And we fear different things.
Molly, good point.
Like David feared coming up to the hood, riding through DC or Baltimore. I fear going down there where he is, and in that sundown town. They have sundown towns down there. You down there with the part of the Klan. I fear that more than I do a crowd of people standing on the damn corner. And you talk about riding with
the most dangerous. I'm from Alexandria. I was born and raised in Old Town. There was a lot of shit that jumped off, but not like. I mean, maybe you be older than me. Maybe you've seen shit.
No, I'm talking about David. I said
no. I'm sorry. I was reading a comment out loud,
but
I seen my hometown name on there and was wondering what she was talking about. Go ahead, Reese. I didn't even mean to cut you off like that.
I was saying what David is scared of. I'm scared of different stuff than what he's scared of. Like for instance, where he lives, I'm scared of being down there after dark in one of them sundown towns. I'm scared of that. That's when your ass haul ass in the car and you don't stop at no stop sign, red light, nothing till you get back up this way. David's scared of people walking, gathering his own color. You scared of your own vote.
You're good as long as you don't see the sign "No niggers allowed" like on trees or something like that. No.
Well, I would be passing around the green book. In all seriousness, since we realize it's still a problem, I'll be passing around the green book that can still you're up to date too. That will still tell you about the sundown town, so you can make sure when you travel and you're not in the area that it's sundown. If you try these comedians, y'all got a career path where you have reasons to travel, whether you're a nurse or something like that. Look into your area regardless. Know what's in your environment and stuff regardless,
And those are the unknown hidden dangers that we don't even know. We walking into like, how many people know what a sundown town is? They don't.
That's an automatic assumption that they don't.
Yeah, everybody gonna know, but you'll find out.
As mentioned, Old Town, CA full of MS-13 skinheads, yet the luxury homes. Your ass wouldn't have an idea that that's what's happening unless you walk in Benetton, Banana Republic. They'll tell you. Street Old Town. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the kids and family members and shit, it was like MS, but not. I personally didn't see it. Maybe it was just my block. Maybe I just didn't look down the right block and see it, but I didn't really see. Though they cleaned up a lot, I personally haven't seen it. Maybe this shit's still popping off in Alexandria because I don't live there anymore, but I ain't never really seen no real. White people was too on top of that to let it be but so much Alexandria. From what I've seen.
Too on top of that.
It wasn't none of that shit. I ain't see half that shit because it wasn't going to be allowed, especially if it was starting to creep out of the neighborhood block onto the certain neighborhoods. They really wasn't about to let shit. It And not in Virginia, they wasn't. Not in Commonwealth, they were not. But, you know, neither here nor
Yeah.
there again. The drug epidemic must why these in Coke and Tinleytown. It's
Yeah.
wild as hell, but y'all gotta know because Fox 5 up there and they're gonna talk. Yeah. I don't know about Tinleytown. I'll look it up. I
It's
don't know
right
about
there
that.
beside Chevy Chase.
Bethesda and
Uh,
Sundown. I know about Bethesda and Fairfax. Mount
uh,
Vernon, right across the water, where I be fishing that down this road right here.
Mhm.
I watch Mount Vernon. This long ass road right here leads me straight to the water, and across
Man,
the road, across the water is Mount Vernon.
people want to move out the hood, they be moving to Suntown, little places. But everybody know they made it out, or they feel like they made it out the neighborhood. When on the weekends they around there, you know, because where they live at is bored. You know, they don't really know their neighbors. They cool. They speak when they see them sometimes, but they don't hang out. But in the neighborhood, everybody hang out mostly with everybody. Everybody know everybody. I don't know. It just seems like it's more life there. You know, it's good to be away, but it's like some of them places, man. I don't know where I rather grew up at. Like I never changed it, you know, but I don't encourage people that be wanting to be in the hood that ain't from the hood. They be like, man, I want to be over. Like, nah, love where you from, man. Like, you should be happy you had to grow up in those type of conditions. Don't be mad that you didn't. Some people like to brag about it. You know what I grew up from with it. Like, they ain't nothing to brag about. You
and
know,
they
I don't
do it.
understand it.
Rappers do it a lot too.
Yeah,
Like clout. Like I'm not shout about clout, but like what you were saying, they ain't grew up there, but they brag and write like they did, and want to be from there. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
It happened in 2001 and 2017, or it happened through that time.
Between 2000.
Master of King Street, Old Town. I mean, I know about like
Yeah.
historically in all the museums, and I was a part of the Northern Virginia Urban League, so I know about the you know, I love any information you want to drop because there's a lot of shit that I'm not aware of, but I used to walk around on my blocks and look at the plaques and old, you know, spots, and because where I lived at is where the slaves came in. The projects, quote unquote, was the slave quarters. And you can see how the houses turned to the great house and all that shit because of the historical look they refused to change in Alexandria to keep the houses looking like they used to. But it's plaques right in front of the hood that will tell you these were the land of the slaves. Like they turned the slave cabins into the hood or
Yeah.
quote unquote the hood.
The whole
So trust me,
Indian.
I'm here.
And they said, and that's the hood. That's
Oh,
what you
Oh,
said.
I'm not saying you don't know. I'm not saying you don't know or anything. I'm just saying I'm aware because I lived there to
so
21.
you love shopping down there, huh?
Because it man, look, I don't know.
Ain't that
You
bad.
gotta pick and choose because whatever you need is there. It's some. I love Old Town.
I don't like them cobble streets.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
why I
the
don't go to VA.
cobble street?
Police problem.
Yeah, police owners, black people on a regular basis.
Definitely DC tags. Oh, this niggas from DC. Pull them
Yeah,
over.
plugs and friends didn't want to come to the area.
Yeah,
Like they
man.
didn't want to be in Virginia. Period. They didn't want to cross the line.
You can be
So
hype. Like, we there, bro. Where you at, man? I'm about to pull up, man. Wherever you at. Send the address. So you send the
yeah,
address.
and they be
That
like, "Oh
shit got
nah, VA,
VA
oh
on it.
nah,
Like, yeah, I
oh
can't go all the
nah."
way out there.
And I'm like, damn, like
Like, yeah, you all the way out VA, nigga. Like, it's only 20 minutes. Like,
yeah,
yeah, but I don't cross that line, boy. The police just they find a reason to lock a nigga up. Like, fuck
I
that.
heard you say that too. Exactly what you just said. They'll find a reason. I
I
don't
got
cross
pulled
the
over
line.
all the time I go to VA. I ain't never get locked up, but I just got pulled over just because they made me stand outside the car for like 2 hours. Couldn't drive. Somebody else had to come drive because they telling me I'm not capable of driving. I'm drunk. So I don't fucking drink. I'm like, dog, how is I'm drunk?
yeah. That's crazy.
I'm like, y'all gonna give me the breathalyzer little test? They wouldn't give me the test or nothing. They just made somebody come all the way out there to drive me. And then they start checking that person. I said, they is crazy, man. I said, I ain't coming back out here.
Well, when we was coming from Roanoke and the police officer pulled us over, I just knew Dave was going to get a ticket, but the guy was nice and just let him off with a warning. I guess the different officers, because he was a nice officer, you know. I guess
Dave got VA tags, don't he?
Was those
He from
VA
Virginia?
tags?
David from Virginia?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he grew up in
yeah,
the.
he
In,
good. That's
he
why I
grew up in the
said
country.
black out of
Yeah,
town tags and VA.
but
Look at y'all.
he asked David about his tags.
Yeah.
David said, "I just moved to Maryland," but
Come
David
on,
had the
nobody's
paperwork
YNs be talking
that went.
shit.
He had the proper paperwork that went with them tags.
Oh,
David, it was them Virginia tag, and David had another tag on the floor right up under my foot. So if the officer would have panned down and looked
Dave,
under
you
my
letting the
foot, he would
world
have
know
seen
you
another
got
tag.
pulled over, man. What you get pulled over for,
I
Dave?
said, Dave be doing some janky stuff. Dave got more than one tag.
Oh nah.
David,
Damn, you
Oh,
really
how you
getting
gonna
back.
expose him on the live
You got more than one
for
tag,
having
man.
more than one tag?
You be swapping out.
That's just
What up, Woo?
allegedly. That's
Biggie
allegedly.
Woke.
What's
What
up,
up?
Woo Boo?
that's,
Our
allegedly.
family from all out VA.
Oh, all right.
Down to VA, PA.
I might know somebody that you know that it would be a small world sometime.
A lot of times.
I got family in Hampton. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fuck with VA unless we going like one of them
Virginia
little.
Beach.
Screw that
Yeah,
bitch to somewhere
get beat.
else.
Yeah,
Because
that
Virginia
shit
Beach,
crazy. It's
that
some
area,
places you just know you don't belong. Like VA is one of them. Like when I'm out there, my spirit be telling me like get the fuck. Every time I see a police, I get nervous. I'm like, why the fuck is I'm nervous? I ain't like got no drugs or nothing. I ain't doing nothing wrong, but it just naturally in me. I said that's because they done fucked over so many niggas out here. The spirit is still lingering around out here. It's like they let me know, like, get from out here, boy. I'm always nervous in VA. I'm talking, I'm good. New York, everywhere I go, it's just VA. I'm like,
in
let me
certain
get
parts
the
of Maryland is like that. Like when you going
Yeah.
down
I
in the
go anywhere,
St.
man.
Mary's in the way down, there's a lot of my brother said that he
That
was
feeling.
scared to death because they had them laying on the ground, face down on the ground.
I
He didn't
love
know what he
Virginia.
did. And that
Virginia
was
That's
in
is
it.
rough like a
St.
Look,
Mary's
place.
County.
LA Josh stuck in the train. See, y'all seen that Get Out movie? He's still over that motherfucker. We need to snap him
Josh
out. We need to take a picture of this nigga or something. He can snap out.
said Josh is in the trance.
LA Josh, yeah, he said they been treating them good out there. I bet they have. You seen
In
Get Out?
Roanoke. Oh, he down in Roanoke.
Yeah. Because my family's from all over Virginia, we come in and saying, yeah, I haven't. That's I've seen a lot, heard a lot, been around a lot, but like my personal dealings, not too many. Why
An
the fuck is there a
experience.
dog in the field?
Run, Trey.
Nah, it's a
Run.
little teeny ass
He
dog.
said run, Trey.
It's a little teeny ass dog. It's,
Them
you
the
can put
ones
that bitch in
that
somebody's duffel bag.
Them the
I
vicious.
light his ass up with this tiki torch right here.
They send his ass to the curry out.
Yeah, hot dogs. I'm gonna send him right to the Bonchon thing over here.
Oh, don't say that about Bonchon.
What? About
that? North Carolina.
They accept him right over here. They accept his ass. All right, hey, you want some boneless? All right.
I love
I'd be nervous in North Carolina. Weed still not legal. I'll be nervous wherever the weed is not legal. That's
don't
where I'm
play
nervous.
with
I don't
weed
really
in North
care where I'm
Carolina.
at.
They will bake you out there for weed.
I'm not playing with the weed. That's what I'm not rocking with. But
in
yes,
Baltimore.
looking at Virginia police, Baltimore police.
Them
I don't like cops in general. So I
Maryland
don't
park
care where I'm
police,
at. I
yeah,
don't
them
like
park
cops.
police vicious too. You think they just park police? They can't. They do the most.
They give you tickets and everything.
There's tickets, ass whoopings.
Yeah.
The
black police officers in Virginia are terrible. They're worse than worse than the white ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm nervous, it's because of a black cop. But first in Virginia, I'll say off of my, yes.
Is it because the black people got something to prove? Do they feel like they got to prove their hardness?
No
to their
favor.
colleagues, or
I think anybody, I don't disrespect police officers, but I think a lot of people don't have firsthand. I wouldn't assume the role that was put on me if I look at my history. So because everybody knows what police officers were started off to be before they were police officers, quote unquote. So I personally wouldn't join that force, but I don't disrespect anybody that has. But I just know they were crooked. Like firsthand will hem somebody up, you know who the dope boy is around the way or the plug in the school. So you're gonna try to hem him up and do dirty shit. I know dirty cops. Like I know dirty cops.
I know some dirty cops used to come in 7-Eleven.
They
But
worse,
they
yeah.
always treated me nice, but you right, because the dope boys that sold the duffel bag boys didn't like certain cops, like Officer Brown, that Kevin Brown, that MF. And I'm like, why y'all don't like him? Why y'all don't like him? I love Kevin Curtis. And one of those lieutenants that I knew from coming into 7-Eleven, we used to talk all the time, got arrested for raping.
What
Yep,
the fuck?
back in the day, got arrested.
Oh, Jody Blow.
Hope Jody Blow is right, because
I'm
he
sorry.
was never in a million years did you would think that he would get, and it was in the news and everything, Palmer Park, all over. He got arrested. That was that cop that got arrested for allegedly assaulting the transgender, the transvestite in the car. Didn't nobody know he went that way. Then he tried to rape the person, and the person had the balls enough the courage enough to come and press charges. And
the balls enough. He was right. What? He was right.
For one, I don't know how a man let another man rape him.
Anyway,
that's a grown man.
And you not in jail, and you not locked up, like confined to a cell or nothing.
He was
like they was gay, and he gay. He know
he was gay. He was just with it and got caught up. You know.
Yeah. Trinity probably said, "I'm gonna tell everybody."
And it's gonna take it. And had the nerve to, I'm like.
Well, I don't like arguing with no female anyway, child. So I don't in any situation. So I definitely don't want it to be a police officer. So I don't like arguing.
The women officers, I don't like them, whether they white or black, because they think something else is wrong with them lady officers.
I don't think anything is wrong with lady officers, because you definitely need some, but I don't like putting women in spaces that are making them like vulnerable, like extra vulnerable anyway, especially,
women officers,
my black women. I ain't really trying to, I'm saying like meaning their mindset might be good to be a like police officer, want to do for the community or whatever, stop crime or whatever it might be, but it's just like y'all subjected to the world out here. And when 4 or 5 niggas jump on your ass in a situation, now you got to call, backup. And I just feel like it's unnecessarily putting yourself for my black women. I feel like that's unnecessarily putting yourself in.
We love it. Anytime a woman pop up,
they be the littlest officers too. That lady that came, she had a shotgun, and because we had to call the police, a little altercation, and we said we got knives. They came with the gun. That little lady, she was smaller than Judge Judy. That white lady had that gun.
Judge Judith Shyland.
See what I'm saying? The little teeny tiny with the most rare. She was telling the other officer.
Shout trying to get arrested. Shout trying to get slammed down on the hood because he like that type of shit.
Shot.
Get your motherfucking ass on the ground.
Eat the payment. Eat the payment. I said, eat the payment. Like, I don't want the payment. I eat the payment.
He trying to get roughed up by one of them female cops.
Jamaica Queen, he only got shot 2 times. Shout said he needed
only 2 times. That keep telling you one time.
Only a few times.
One time is more than enough.
Only a few times is crazy.
Yeah. I felt that much. I got grazed on my arm. My shit was bleeding. I thought I was hit. I was screaming, "Hey, I'm hit!"
And it's hot.
I wrapped my shirt around it. They got to looking at it. One dude got killed. We was out West Virginia with G Herbo in the club recording. Man, they took the band off. I got grazed. It was just like a burnt mark, but I was like, that shit felt like our arm was on fire. So I can't imagine.
It's hot. It's hot.
I can't imagine how I feel if it hit you. I'm like, man, nah.
Yeah, I don't want to get.
You scream! Ah, they got me! They got me! They got me!
Oh yeah, because they do have that on the computer.
You gotta register your gun. You gotta register.
You do know? Yeah. He said, "I got 2 guns." All right, you trying to get your ass slammed on the hood. That's what you trying to do.
Yeah, they asked me that. I ain't in no motherfucking system. First thing they put up, you got any weapons? Like, what the fuck, mate? I just got that face like I just carry weapons.
You don't look like. I don't think you look like you got a. I feel like you look like you got a knife before. I feel like
Molly.
you look like you got a knife before. I feel like you got a gun.
Molly look dangerous.
I feel like Molly poke your ass up and get the fuck
I
going.
might need to cut my beard up. I might need to
Yeah, cut that beard. You look
But then they
dangerous.
won't serve me alcohol and roll-ups when I got my
Oh
shit.
man.
So they be like,
See?
get a card. I be like, shit, I ain't got my card. Come on, dog.
Yeah, because I ain't thought I need to bring it.
Like,
Molly, start talking with a Jamaican accent. They be like, oh, he dangerous.
some Jamaican accent. All my Jamaican brothers gonna be mad at me, man.
Hell yeah, they faking them words and shit. They gonna know.
Talk like
playing
Beanie
with that
Man
brother.
and Buju Banton.
Okay,
Talk like
funny man just did a Nike commercial. He back.
All right.
Well, my bad. I was questioned by the cops about some bad tags or something.
David Green.
You got to put
Alright.
the other tags on there.
I'm calling the DMV on your ass. Somebody
He
gonna
got
get you.
he got two sets of tags.
I'm calling. Where my phone at? The other.
That's
one.
why.
All I got.
That's why they said. He said, "Did you just?" They was like, "I just moved to Maryland." He said, "You got Maryland tag." What was on that car that night? Was it Virginia? That was smart. We was in Virginia. Put Virginia tags on the car.
That's funny, man.
David.
And the DA tags.
Yeah, I got BA tags. I got the reason why.
Saying he live in Maryland.
When I moved back to Maryland, brother, I had to get Maryland tags and everything. Also, I just never.
What the blood clots?
He just never turned in
Calling the people on y'all.
He kept the tag.
Slicky, he look like he just called hits. You see the picture? This nigga over there,
Man, he look like he will kill your ass.
like he just
like
put
like Biggs. What's his name? Biggs and Ox.
like
Ox and
Suge Knight
motherfucking
on this motherfucker.
yeah, and Ox and what is it? Belly. Yeah, you wanna fuck with me for fun?
You wanna fuck with me?
He said, "Who look
Like
like they
murder
just
for
killer?"
fun.
Yeah, blah blah.
That was my man. That was the
Yeah,
hardest.
Woo look like he
that's
take
the
your
hardest
ass
thing.
out.
Yeah, they took that whole scene from Scarface. That shit was so funny. As I got older, I'm looking like, hold up, they ran down like how they stormed the house. I'm like, everything came from Scarface.
Yeah, Scarface.
The whole joint.
The big ass house for no reason and all the little
Yeah.
shit they tried to do.
I was saying, "You what, man? Go on."
Hey, Miss Jeanette.
Hey,
How you
Miss
doing?
Jeanette.
I talk to my
It sound
neighbors.
like- yeah, but it sounds
I
like
do.
that Friday talk. Hey, girl. Yeah.
Shit, I got that joint posted on TikTok. Actually, I did that joint.
You talking to your neighbors?
They probably talking like that boy out front again, talking on that damn phone.
Out back.
He do this
I'm
shit
out
every
back.
day.
So if anybody back here, you minding somebody else's business because I'm in the back of the house. I'm not in the front.
You know, people knows that they be out there looking. They be like, "Yeah, he back there again." They be saying,
Well, I'm helping her clean her shit out, so I wouldn't say too motherfucking much. Anyway, if I stop my services.
For real, for real.
For real. I got insurance.
Insurance.
Yeah,
They need to
close your mouth while I not help your ass out no more.
I'm gonna create insurance for people who get tickets, man. We need to start creating that.
David Funny Man Green is gonna be our first client.
"Well, because he got two tags. He just don't turn your tags in."
Register
That's what you do.
I was putting you on the platform as our first client that we're gonna work with. Is that for your problems, your discrepancies?
I don't know what he eat.
For your constant tickets.
Yeah, they say that's Miss Parker. Miss Parker, Miss Parker.
When I moved back down here, I was good with Virginia tags, but I got into it with my my ex. Yeah, and she was like, "Yeah, you want to break up with me? Well, guess what? I'm gonna tell them that your tags are."
Mike,
yeah.
So that was the crazy girl.
I went to Baltimore.
It was all crazy.
I went to Baltimore and got the Maryland junk and everything.
Damn, Reese just told on you again to the world.
Yep, reiterated on the live.
Yeah.
154 mark.
You already done told everybody, man.
Well,
David eating the mushroom chicken nuggets.
Don't never tell her shit private or legal. Cause
Damn, they eating a cupcake.
He
Reese
already
gonna tell
said
it.
it.
See, he said it to you.
the mushroom chicken nuggets.
No, on he
Reese
said
come
it
back.
before about the crazy girl and
We got
snitching on
pulled
him.
over, y'all.
They
Marley
might not
had
have called it,
18.
but you done doubled down and let them
I
know
read
again.
Marley
okay.
ran the police, y'all. I was in the back seat. Corey, police, go back. He's gonna tell it. It ain't your fault. Reese. You supposed to know not to tell you.
Oh,
It
Joe
ain't
the
your
blood.
fault.
Oh, I just thought I was just telling the story that he
Funny
couldn't get in
man.
trouble
Fuck
for it.
that nut. Whatever you eat,
Oh
and you keep
man,
looking at
It's
I
a
like
Funny
fruit.
man.
delectable.
David, what you eating?
Whatever you eat, and he keep
Like a
looking at it
mango?
before
Chow
he
said you
bites
eating
it.
them. What do you call it?
You
The
said
mushroom chicken
mushroom?
nuggets.
Yeah.
David, what you eating? A fruit, a
Chocolate.
mango?
Chocolate.
Dandelion nuggets.
You dandelion nuggets.
Everybody, make sure y'all liking whatever page y'all watching y'all shit from
Things
too.
called
Watching the stream from.
nugget.
Did you
Make
say
sure you like and
dandelion
share. 'Cause,
nuggets?
Why
y'all
people
be
eat like that though? Why y'all look at y'all food and then bite it, then look at it and then bite it? Why you gotta keep looking at it before you bite your food? That's weird.
That's somebody that had bugs.
Dandelion nuggets.
You had bugs, ding.
Like that, like it was a chocolate. It was a peanut butter. It was a chocolate covered peanut butter.
I don't
He
eat
said
like
them
that,
little
man.
ass bites.
I don't
Yeah,
eat
eat
like
that
that,
shit
man.
like a real man. He's trying to be cute about it.
It's like he ain't want to get his fingers dirty or some shit.
David has the softest hands though. He has the most
Oh my
beautiful
God.
hands.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I don't need to know
No.
about
Don't want to
David
hear about
hands.
that.
But I mean, I guess that's why he don't want to get his fingers dirty because he got
It
manicured.
ain't got nothing to do with it, man. Oh,
Not
unless it
a
do.
damn thing.
Look, David's
Funny man just eat. He eat
And
like he privileged.
you still,
That's
you see
all.
how she's still trying to like keep talking
He
about his
like
soft
talking about
ass
his
hands.
hands. Yeah. Funny
Ugh.
man, what you do? What you was touching her with your hands?
What was you doing? Like I heard
What
just
you do?
reminiscing all the time.
How'd you know your hands so soft? Uh-oh.
I can't remember. I think we.
Oh damn, that
Reese
much going on?
spiked them. Reese put some in his drink. She done pulled one of her moves.
Had his ass sleeping. That's why he fall asleep on
He
the
don't
road
even
and
know
shit.
how
Cause you
she know
try
his hands soft. He like,
slip
oh,
something in
wow.
his I don't know what he drink. Whatever water or whatever.
He's eating that shit like he was on death row. And that was his last meal.
Not the Last Supper.
Hey, yeah,
shit.
squirrels eating ass. Man, that's funny, man. I don't know why he eat like he privileged, man.
David Green.
Got that
It was
privilege.
delectable. Shit. He said it was decadent and delectable. Yeah.
David,
I weird.
what you say?
Just eat weird.
What is that noise?
That's Molly spraying something.
Oh.
That's that. I mean, it's okay, David.
Can't have it smell like weed.
That's why I gotta smoke outside. Just smoke
Y'all
outside.
said had them drinking that titty tequila.
That titty milk.
Oh.
He needs some milk.
No, he don't need no Merc. David, don't drink the Merc. He can, you know, that's right up there with Worsh and Merc and all that. No, you don't need no Merc.
The funny man. That's cool though.
Funny. David is hilarious.
Yeah, like a Twix, like a Twix. You know, I see people just bite the whole thing. I gotta eat the chocolate first, then I eat the cookie.
Yeah, I do that too.
Dang. What kind of Twix you got? David
is a Virgo.
What the fuck is going on?
I think David is a Virgo. I think it's a Virgo.
And he probably only eat the left Twix. He that type of weird. I only eat left Twix. Like
you can have this one.
I don't eat the right
Turn
Twix.
it over, then it's the other side. I like to eat the cookie first. Like I do the same thing. Like if I'm eating a Score candy bar, I like to eat all the chocolate off of it before I get to the toffee.
It's shower here.
I do. And David's right around a Reese cup. I like to eat the edges before I eat the chop, to go around all the
I
edges.
like playing with y'all food.
Yeah, once y'all just bite the shit, it all like.
It's good.
It ain't. You see, they.
But buy more than
themselves.
one. Why the fuck people be trying to
No,
savor
because
little shit and like taste
they
it forever?
get
Just buy another one.
He said he
What the
eating a
fuck?
Twix, and she said she eating a Reese cup.
Y'all
Neither
talking
one of them
something.
good for you. Neither one of them good for you.
Eat the shit. What
When
the fuck? Where
when
we
I-
at?
When I used to eat,
We don't eat Twixes, so I don't know what Funny Man talking about. He vegan, right? We don't eat that. What he talking about? That's how he used to. You gotta throw that out there, Funny Man.
when I used to eat candy, I used to save the cherries for last.
I told
why? Why was you? What was you? I mean, why?
Like them red bitches.
Like
no, or Skittles or whatever.
He separate the colors. He segregate the colors. He put the purples over there and the greens over there and the yellow. Don't orange is trying to get in with the yellow. Don't mix the color. Okay,
Yes.
you want all in one flavor. I got you, David.
I used to play. I would play the game and be like, "What color is going to what color is going to last the longest or whatever?" So
you wasn't sitting at the lunch table in school with me.
Nah. He only had 4 people in his class.
Counting the Twix.
You counting out colors. You ain't sitting at the table with us. Oh no. Oh no.
Twix and Skittles.
They told him.
Sound like he's running up emo keys and shit.
Like, yeah.
Emo key.
You go over there with where
What
they
you
at.
do with David? What you do with jelly beans? You eat black jelly beans?
Hell no, you better not.
No.
I about to remove you, boy.
Ain't that licorice or something? The black one's supposed to be licorice.
Yeah.
Did you used to eat
Do you
black
eat one
jelly
thing
beans?
at a time, or you eat something different with every bite?
What'd you say?
Do you eat one thing at a time, or you eat something different every bite?
Well, that depends. If it's applesauce, I can eat with anything, but everything else, one thing at a time. Yeah.
When you say applesauce, you mean you mix applesauce?
Yeah.
They eat it with anything.
You eat it with anything, yeah.
Yeah,
Everything
applesauce.
else one at a time. You got burgers and fries. You can eat your burger first, then you can eat your fries, or do you eat your burger with your fries?
Yeah, go sit over there with the emo kids.
Yeah,
took too long for me.
He not gonna eat a burger. He gonna eat his fries first.
Yeah. I'll eat my fries, then I'll eat the burger. Yeah.
And he like milkshakes. So David can't be but so vegan. He love milkshakes.
They got vegan milkshakes.
They do have vegan ice cream. Cheese
Now
and
they
everything.
takeout. This was a takeout. They didn't have no vegan nothing there.
David.
Yeah, I used to do that, man.
A Sprite.
Ginger ale.
Ginger.
1 liter.
That's them VA bottles. Let me see. We don't even see that on the outside.
Is that what vegans
That
do?
shit
They
probably was
drink
$1.
every soda bottle by the liter, or is that a
How
vegan
many
thing?
ounces is that? Is that 20 ounces?
Funny man getting caught. You just on here eating a Swiss roll, motherfucking
all that shit. I'ma watch the show back.
drinking
today.
ginger ale. That's why he be on this joint like this.
Trying. That's why the camera on for real. It ain't the sleep. It's your ass eating and shit. All that shit you ain't supposed to have.
Candy corn.
Yep, keep your fucking camera on when you get on this bitch. We gotta watch you.
Probably
What you eating?
candy corn and everything.
He said, "Nigga, throw that ounce of ginger ale away." Nah,
You know it's flat as shit. It's been out by the bed for the last 3 days. So the bitch flat. I know it's flat. It's flat, ain't it? Ain't it flat? Say it's flat.
I'm about to show my man. They got the poppy drinks, man. The poppy vegan drinks, man. They like soda. They got the ginger ale flavor. All fruit punch. All
And what's
that.
it called? You said it's called Poppy Vegan.
Yeah, poppy. POPPI. They got that. They like healthier drinks for you. You can try them
When you
out.
don't want soda and you want something more flavorful than water.
It still
That's
hit.
good. I would try it.
Yeah. Or you can get the
I would
machine
try
make
it,
your own soda in the house. But
Oh, the fizzy machine.
yeah.
Oh, I saw
Put
that.
that bottle under the pillow. He know it.
You
He
said
talking
vodka
fake
under
ass
the
vegan ass.
Nah.
Molly,
It's hard, man.
that wasn't me.
It ain't easy, man. It ain't
And
easy.
today is the challenge day that by it being the first of the year, even though it may look a little gloomy and rainy, I put that challenge out there for 4 weeks. Well, for 4 weeks to eat nothing but vegetable. On the weekend, you can eat whatever you want. You can have meat if you want, but Monday through Friday, to eat nothing but veggies. That's the challenge. I did it before.
Okay.
So,
What's up, King?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long it last for? A month?
King.
4 weeks.
Okay.
So today's the 22nd, right?
So that means ain't nobody gonna have. So we can't no pork. You said no meat in general,
meat.
right? That's easy.
Except
Right?
on the
On the
weekend.
weekends, you can though.
You can do whatever you want.
I'd rather Powerhouse do Saturday and Sunday too, because that's too tempting to get back into it. Still introducing the shit to your body. I feel like
That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. I was still when I was doing it, and that way I didn't fall off. And guess what I actually had to do, and it didn't. I didn't fall off. Meal prep. I just planned what I was going to eat.
But I don't understand why it's so hard because there's so much food that's not meat.
Man, it was it probably like 20 of us, but yeah, I think everybody crashed out. Like they was trying like the first 3 days. They like, man, calling in the group, hey Ma, fuck that, I had to get a burger. You know, they was like, I'm gonna be honest, you know, they like, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather the honesty.
Ain't make it through. They tried, I think only Reese made it through. I think everybody else tried to come close, but they crashed. Yeah, but Reese the only one that made it through.
They was
it's
eating
just so much
salmon,
food.
they was eating, well, you can eat the food on the weekend, so it was easy. And here go Misha. Do they know you don't eat? I'm like, I do eat. I try to eat one meal.
No, you really don't. You really don't.
Yeah, you can eat fruit. You can eat fruit.
Oh, Joe the Blue. I'm
gonna
eating
eat
something.
any plant-based food you
be
want
lying.
to. You want, you know.
Can you fruit? Yeah, but I don't. It's so much food that's not with meat or fish or anything in it. There's so many different. I don't understand why that's. I mean, I do when you consistently eat the shit.
Like for dinner,
pizza.
I made chili. That made me make vegan chili. I made chili with I made spaghetti.
I
challenge you to shut the fuck up.
It won't be no show then.
It won't be no show. We just hold Joe the Blow and just like.
Who said that? Who challenged me that?
You see it? It's up there.
Your brother.
DJ Slicky, I challenge you not to say any cuss words and talk in all caps. I challenge you to be kind for a month.
So it's the weekend. It's Saturday and Sunday is the weekend. Why you say Sunday, Saturday? That's weird.
Why you even try?
Josh said he'd do it. He'd do it.
I'll do it too. I'll do it.
Okay.
That's not that hard.
No,
I don't really think that's that hard.
Yeah.
Just, and then.
And wouldn't that make you creative though? Wouldn't that make you get just? If you are somebody who always has like meat in their on their diet or whatever, wouldn't that make you like make more stuff? Because you ain't gotta eat kale leaves just because you're not eating ribs and steak tips and shit. Like I don't understand. I'd love to try it. Let's start it today. Let's start it today.
Own guacamole. Yeah, it starts today.
Okay.
22nd. I was making my own guacamole, my own hummus, cooking up cheese. We was in there getting in the grocery store. I'm like, okay, I can get this, I can get that, and it made me try different things that I didn't know. I tried spaghetti squash for the first time. I don't like it, but I tried it for the first.
Yeah,
it made me. I like squash, but I don't like that spaghetti squash. I would rather just ate it with a little margarine or butter on it. They try to put spaghetti sauce
on it.
Margarine butter. We're gonna put a few more sticks of butter on there.
Can't stay with no butter.
I like
it's no butter, no
margarine.
milk,
That
no
tastes
cheese,
good.
none of that. No dairy. None of that. You gotta figure another substitute for that butter.
Well, margarine isn't butter. Margarine is
you can use margarine oil. Yeah,
that's not.
Some people still in butter.
I use imperial margarine. And Yeah.
Also, so when you say no meat, you mean no meat products.
Yeah, no meat or
No
no
meat.
dirty products.
If
Yeah.
it's a meat product, then it's still meat in it. Contains a small fraction.
Yeah, basically like plant-based.
Nolly, did you let us do cheese?
Nah, that's dairy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So David, no
dairy.
cheese pizza for the doing. I know David love his cheese pizza.
They got vegan cheese pizza. It ain't gonna be
But
cheap.
it ain't the same unless you eat it hot.
Hell yeah, that shit
Hot,
no
once
the same.
Once it cool off, it's
over.
Not beef jerky. Hey, that's talking about somebody. Oh, we lost.
And why you can't reheat it though? Why you can't?
Just let the time start after the show. After the show is when the time starts.
Beef jerky a couple hours.
Yeah, after the show starts is when the time starts.
You a Sasquatch, whatever that.
Nope, none of that. None of that.
LA,
not for a month.
been out. We need to get our brother in DC, man. He out there too long. They got him eating beef jerky. And
beef jerky. Hey, ain't this a beef jerky?
My parents used to love that. They used to love beef jerky.
Is it called jackass?
What, Slim Jim?
No, it's a beef jerky. Something you snap into a
Slim Jim.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. But I thought there was one called Jackass. That Sasquatch, that commercial. Sasquatch was looking for the beef jerky.
I like them joints. Now they got the ones when they be like getting up, hanging, like drinking together, like
they got jerky too, y'all.
Jerky.
Turkey.
They might got some vegan beef jerkies out there. I don't know. It's vegan damn near everything. Making everything plant based and manipulating the taste. I don't know, LA. You might gotta go without your beef jerky for a while.
Just to the weekend, or just to
It's I can't do it. I had to eat wifey cooking. You know it's not. He can't do it.
But
if she cooking, he don't eat.
He don't have to eat the meat. He could just eat the sides.
Nah, she ain't going for that.
So like you said, eat what and how you like. We know Slicky eating them steak and cheeses.
It ain't sound like a DJ with them gloves without the finger. Shit, child.
Ciao. He burnt.
Not burnt.
Oh, well, we're coming to the end of our show. Tomorrow is Freaky Friday.
Oh, Lord.
What y'all trying to freak about? Freakily.
Oh, Lord.
That's the Freaky Friday. You talk about sex looks. Is there a look that a man give a woman that he know that she wanna that he or she wanna sex him?
I think we talk about
Maybe.
that. We talk about that.
The looks that you give your partner.
We ain't talk about that.
And they know. I don't remember. Did we talk about looks?
No.
You got the look. You got me hooked. You showed up to me.
I almost looked around the other side of this band at her ass. I almost tried to go on this side, look around her. I forgot I can't do that.
Who at me?
Yeah.
What?
I almost looked right around this bitch at your ass.
Like, who is that?
Man.
Who's that girl? Is there?
This is I'm gonna read off this flyer. This is a 2 Max Barbershop community power empowerment comedy jam. This event consists of a nice little pool of people. First of all, it's a special performance by Miss Brandy Sunshine. She's going to be working with 2 Max Barbershop on March 29th of this year, obviously. This is from 1 to 4 p.m., so it's a 3-hour time slot. This is at 6307 Georgia Avenue, Washington, D.C. The zip code is 20011. Hosted by Miss Cynthia Young. We have a few people in attendance. It's Philip Page, DJ B-Man, Ronald B.C. Harris, H. Jackson, Miss Lakeisha Poole, and our one and only Miss Althea McFarlane. But this is on March 29th from 1 to 4 p.m., Georgia Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Rocking her, Miss Sophia Wig today.
We are encouraging variety.
I'm rocking
we are
my
encouraging
what?
Changing things and
Miss
trying
Sophia.
shit.
Miss Sophia. I'm rocking this. I'm rocking that. This bitch ain't.
Don't swing it off. Don't swing it off.
Ooh, I'm dizzy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah. or Fallout. Don't do either one of those.
Oh, Joe Blow.
Hope
No,
Joe the Blow
look,
on the floor.
shit before on
Nope.
camera.
We ain't trying to look. We not because I'm gonna clip it out. I'm gonna edit the shit out. Don't fall because I'm that friend. I'm gonna edit
My
it out. And
son,
put it on the
look,
Facebook story.
I fell at the house. I fell at the studio, and that damn Slicky was like, "Is those Reese feet sitting in the doorway?" All you
Oh
can see.
my lord. I wouldn't know what to do if I seen you sprawled all out
The man that
across
was
the
in there, I
floor.
had guessed it was a double tap Friday. I had a guest the writer. I got to get him back on the show too. He was selling his books and stuff. He just sat there and looked at me. He said, "Because I knew there wasn't nothing I could do to help you." He was a little petite man. He said his wife came over there and started praying on me. She was like, "Oh, the enemy tried to take you out."
You seen that message later, shit.
But yeah, your girl is okay. I've been through some. Yeah, I'm all right. I've been through a couple of falls and bruises. Look, I only broke my leg twice in my life. Same leg, broke it twice.
Freaky Friday. Have you ever had to tell someone to go clean up before fucking? Oh,
Dang.
Oh yeah.
damn.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think, yeah.
That
I,
screenshot that one. That screenshot.
man, I already got it.
Magic,
Right there.
wash your body.
The most movement the
If a
next
man
80
has to
years.
tell a woman that, if a man has to tell a woman that, you need to leave. If a man has to tell a woman you need to go and clean your Mizawagi,
Yes, Lord. Screenshotting that one too. Thank you,
I got a
Josh.
video too. I'ma find it. I want to share. It was a girl. She went to go with a dude. She met up with him at his house, and she was mad because when it came time to eat, he was feeding his kids before her. And he like, these my motherfucking kids. She's like,
Yeah.
so what? You should have let me know your kids was home before I came over here. Like, they always home. They live with me. So they was going back and forth. She was posting it like to try and embarrass him. It's like, what nigga don't make sure they girl eat before anybody else in the house or whatnot? He was telling his kids, why she right there? I don't care. Y'all always gonna come first. She's like, girl, I just met you. This like we just started dating, but they was going back and forth. I wanna, cause it was women in there like, well, you should have told her it was kids over there. Then it was some women, the kids come first. You know, he's like, my kids 9 and 11. He's like, if I'm gonna buy something to eat for you and me, I'm buying something for my kids as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
100%
she's like, she should
agree
have
with
came
that.
first. Yeah, she should have got her food first. She still had food, but she just wanted to be served first.
Nah, don't be a dumb bitch.
He's like, yeah,
That's not how you get a ring. That's not how you get married. That's not how you find a
back in the day, my grandfather said that they used to let the adults and the kids. So when I grew up, he grew up where the kids eat first.
I think
and the
Josh
adults
got that
eat
already,
later.
child.
So I think the children
I
should
look
eat
back at it.
first.
I screenshotted it
In
though.
my household, the children eat first. At my cookouts or any family function, the kids
know,
eat first. We
I
tell
think
the
they
adults
talked
to come
about
and make
that
the
too.
kids play first.
I think we did talk about that.
Yeah, but I think somebody was talking about they shitted while they was having sex.
Oh yeah, how you feel about having to clean it up?
Yeah, so you talking about smelling it, shit. Somebody
You talking about cleaning,
that
getting the mop and bucket,
that
and getting
ain't nothing.
throwing sheets in the wash and shit. No, big bad. I ain't with all that. Kids always eat. Kids always eat first.
Yeah,
100%.
video
I
with
don't like how. I don't like. I'm gonna find one on the flip side because I seen one with the husband saying that, and the comments more so because she was really just making a video and he didn't really even say that actually. But they were saying how he's the head of the house or whatever. He should have the first plate. But I'm like, how you put yourself over a kid that can't feed themselves on either side? But how you put the the kid ain't at the stove scooping the hot spaghetti and hot sides and putting it on. I just don't understand like the adults before kids, man or female, really.
Like I said, they used to do it like that back in the old days.
to feed the man.
And then the kids was like, when I grow up, I'm gonna feed my kids first. And that's a generational thing. So now it's like the kids supposed to eat first. The babies always fix their plate first.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna read out this flyer. This is a Snow Dat Productions and DJ B Man Entertainment Yeah, it's dope. Like I keep saying, it's dope to see him as a rapper that happens to be running, producing the show at the same time. So that's
No,
cool.
that is the rapper.
What?
That's what it say. Say rapper.
What you talking about? I've been reading this flyer for like how many days?
But
And don't you know him?
I just thought you were saying that was a, but it just he's a
Yeah, he a
rapper. I didn't know that.
What else was a rapper? I'm not trying to be funny, but I've been reading this flyer for the last like week.
Okay.
And we was talking about multiple American Legions. You remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, so Snow That the Rapper Productions, and B Man as well Productions. It's this event is called It's a Family Affair, Cousins and Comedy Show, an after party. So stay tuned with that information. Hosted by Dawood Shabazz. We have some perform.
That brother Dawood Shabazz is bad. They make their own beer. I got to get him on the show. That's it just reminded me of that. He makes his own lager in Baltimore, down there from Baltimore. That's where they from. But go ahead, Dawood Shabazz, hosted by him.
Have you ever been out with boyfriend or girlfriend?
When you said Snow That the Rapper, I just thought that was the person's name. I didn't know that it was a rapper. That's why I was like, wait a minute, a real rapper? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think they would call themselves Snow That the Rapper if they weren't. Just like I wouldn't think I'm not being smart, but just like I wouldn't think the headliner on their name wouldn't be the headliner if we got there. I feel you. I guess.
I was thinking that it was. You know how people production name they just
say they something they not.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know people do that. Yeah, I didn't know people do that. But anyway, this is a family affair, cousins and comedy show after party. As she said, Dawood Shabazz has great business ties with beer production, so that'll be somebody that she intends to have on the show in the future. I think that would be dope. I love business in general. Somebody showing how like their family has handled business or however it works. I'm all for that. You got a few people that'll be performing. Snow That the Rapper, he is actually a rapper, so I'm pretty sure there's material from him if he gets on the show that we can talk about and stuff too. We have Cuz Vonda. Your headliner is going to be Bobby Brooks. You have Philip Page as well as our own Althea McFarland, DJ Smooth, and you have Cuz Tiff, and you also have Cuz Gerald. This event is on April 5th of this year at the American Legion 93. The address is 2710 Bypass Road in Pocomoke City, Maryland. If you have questions on the information about the tables at seat 5 for 120, you can get information on the cash bar and food available by calling one of the numbers down below. So it's DJ B Man, it's Tony Duffy, Tori Duffy, and Snow That. You can get the information from them. Tickets are at the door for I can't see because it's a message in a way. $30, and then I think it's $35 if you tickets are I can't see, it's a message in a way. $30 and then $35 at the door is what it is. 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay. That's what's up. I wanted to play a song for you. Did y'all get the video that I sent? The music, the song that I sent in the thing yesterday, Molly. I sent it in the group yesterday. I wanted to play this. I'm looking for something to bring it up.
Yeah. That song. Better not be nothing corny.
Yeah, I know.
I know you reached.
And I thought you wanted to play everything and do everything before we start. I thought that was.
I do. I was trying to bring it up, but I was putting because I wanted to wait to the end of the show because I want to surprise everybody. And I can't.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Can I get a wet?
No, it was Slide Tie Shuffle.
The Where the Fans At that you keep singing?
No.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
It's the Slide Tie Shuffle.
Yeah, you can put it in the group.
You gotta learn to rap shit up.
I have it for y'all tomorrow. But it's the Slide Tie Shuffle. Yep, the Slide Tie Shuffle.
Not in the IG group.
Oh shit! Did I do it wrong?
Yeah. Send it
Yeah,
to
because I
me.
looked
No.
in the IG group. We only had a few videos in there today.
It was damn it.
I wish you like had mentioned it or it came to mind because I would have like been like, oh,
I wanted to
remember?
surprise everybody. I wanted to get a listening to tell. I wanted everybody what y'all think
Somebody is in it that you know or something.
about this song.
Somebody's in it that
They
you know.
wrote it.
Okay.
Somebody wrote it and produced it.
Is it somebody we know? Is it like Alan or somebody?
Somebody.
I mean, not
we know,
Alan, but what's the name?
somebody we know and we love.
Can you just say who it is and then we can...
Tyree, the slide tie
Thank
shuffle.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a new project, David. You falling asleep?
It's new, yeah. and I was
Maybe
psyched.
it is time to cut your camera because you sleep.
That probably was some edibles they eating over there. Okay.
And I thought I put it in there, shared it.
No, I was thinking of a song.
Move a DJ.
You was trying to channel it. Oh, okay.
What song was you thinking of?
Not shit.
Was it like slide?
You know, that's black people.
Full of shit.
See, I was just
Funny
thinking
man,
about
full of shit green.
I was just thinking about something.
Full of green shit.
All right, funny green man. Little funny green man up there cutting up.
He said I was visualizing the words that
David said, I'm tired. Tonight, David, we are going to be on Stefan Braxton.
Oh, that's the 93 point.
No, that's like with comedians.
You got the flyer?
He don't have a flyer. He said just tell everybody to
At all,
tune in
or
tonight at 6:00.
Oh, okay.
David, did he give you a flyer or anything?
No flyer. Just go on his page on Facebook.
So y'all live streaming on Facebook?
And YouTube. I'm gonna live stream it. I'm gonna try to live stream it.
And this is at what time so I can remember? Because we don't. I wish I had a link or. So whose page do we? Okay, let me ask y'all this: for people on here watching and all that, who do we tune into and at what time? Like where we actually go?
It's called Comedians on Life. Stefan Braxton has the page on Facebook.
Both of y'all gonna be streaming?
I am. David.
Okay. The reason mine's up.
Okay, well, hopefully y'all should be able to go to Reese's page if you want to tune into it, because ain't nobody about to be searching nobody account.
And I'm gonna send it out to everybody, like I do.
Oh yeah, they're sharing it too.
And I'm gonna share it, yeah. And then right after that, I'm going to be. Hopefully, I'll be on the podcast. I don't know, but
that's tonight too. What's today? Oh,
that's
Thursday.
tonight too. I can't forget my man.
Oh well, Josh, I'm trying to get on tonight.
We finished.
Because y'all was cutting up last time, quote unquote. So I was, that was funny. So I want to join, that one tonight. That's okay.
Yeah,
I lost track of days and everything. I said, send my message. I said, don't forget about me tonight. And even yet, it was like, tonight's Wednesday. I said,
at least you was sharp. That would make somebody proud if you just making sure you on point with the link. That's cool. I love that everybody got something to tune into and all of that. That's cool to be on scrolling down on Facebook when I do and seeing that y'all live or y'all might be somewhere or something. That's cool. That's cool to see. But so make sure you go live so that anybody that's around this, since you mentioned it, can watch it, because I'm personally not gonna look up nobody's account. I would love to just see one of y'all have it live so I can just go to it and support it. I ain't gonna be average person not searching nobody's shit up. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm gonna do. Going through Facebook and on YouTube, like we do, so they could be able to see it. I love it.
Thing is to pull up too.
Yeah, I just want to.
And they say he gonna send a link.
All right. Yeah, I want to.
Look, LA.
What you talking about tonight, Josh? You might as well plug us in the comments while you on here about what the subjects are.
I like to be surprised, man, Josh. I like to be
because he tell us what the subjects are, is not showing a video or something like about it. He just telling us what we talking about.
LA.
I might not want to talk about what the fuck y'all talking about. At least it tells us.
Might not want to come on that motherfucker, huh?
Yeah, at least it tell us, but she won't be surprised.
Talking about white power.
Right? Oh no, I can't get out of here. Hold Jody Blow. Let me go.
Mm,
You know about let me go.
Nah, he be having good subjects though.
I know.
I just want to know in general. I
Man,
feel
my
like
man Trey popped in
plug
there
me
and you
some.
talking about how it is to be a father. Trey be like, what the fuck? You know, like,
I
hold on,
can't do nothing with this shit. I just sit and
nah,
listen. I can't.
big brother.
Yeah, but
That's
now he
good
has a
father
great
energy.
platform though. Great show and great platform.
Yeah, I know it'll be something funny.
Yeah,
Then it be serious. Like, okay, hold on, they serious now.
yeah, yeah. Because it sometimes it do turn. I do like that the balance on there. Yeah.
Donate that $5, y'all.
Oh, get your spot. Pay for your seat, your chair. If you want a chair, you want a seat. It's $5. So, Josh, put your cash app up in the comments or something, and they can start getting that shit over there like they supposed to. I get my
What's
$5 over
little
there. I make a
pose?
donation.
John's
I
little
got
pose.
$5. I'll send it to
Be
you.
like this and shit. Little
And also, I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but y'all see Auntie's Chronicles. She be telling the story, but she didn't take the
Even
story from
big
the movie. You gotta try to
is
tell
better.
her what movie is she talking about. You know,
Auntie's Chronicles. You talking about your
yeah,
page?
the
Say it's
PSA.
your page because we didn't know what you was talking about. Just
Oh,
say it's your page.
sorry. On TikTok, Auntie's Chronicles, but it goes out to Facebook and Instagram as well.
And what's your TikTok name? Because how we gonna find it?
Out there,
I
like
see it.
farming. Or
Man,
going to
Isn't it Reese Cup NYE?
Yes, Reese Cup NYE. Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Reese Cup NYE.
Okay.
So that definitely, but I'm sending them out to the page. And can y'all guess what movie that she talking about? She telling the story, but it's actually a movie, and she applying it. That's the fun part. What the hell is she talking about?
Get that shit off my screen.
Women, hey,
Fucking
say,
up
hey,
my
baby
phone.
mama.
Yeah,
Hey,
bomb
baby
ass flyer.
mama.
That
That's a
electric joint, that with them flashing lights and everything, look like a moniker on a building. Flyer shit. I like that. William Watson. Okay, keep him in the corner for some shit that you need later on for yourself or your own show. He the
Well,
one that,
big man.
not actually putting the cash out up there.
LA Josh
How much is the
Preston.
seat then? Because I'm gonna pay you while I got some
Cash
money.
out
Why? How much is the seat? Let
$5.
us know what the prices are.
You
What?
He said, "Let us know what the price is."
Never mind.
got to
I
pay
just
for
lost
that.
it.
That's
Never mind.
copyright. Josh got to pay
Shit.
$5.
$5. Pay up.
My girl shit. Be using her lines, man.
Y'all comedians be taking
That
lines.
belief
Welcome.
fiction is
Oh,
for you, Marley.
believe fiction.
Come, brother. You believe in a lot of things, huh? You believe the person who they said made it after that, huh?
Yeah.
So if they say that's fiction, then that's gonna be considered fiction too, huh? That's funny. I ain't make the story up, man. The story came out before I was even born.
Before I was born.
Before the people who created was born. Talking about the ones that's getting credit for it. Like these people been patenting and stuff. It's funny though. There's a lot of stories they say fiction and true. Just like Columbus discovered America. That's considered
Yeah.
a true story. But I'm
Wasn't
gonna
it?
tell you the fiction part that
You
he
bought it from?
didn't. People be like, Marley, with your story is fiction because when I went to school they said that. So I know was it's programming though. I know Josh, keep fighting it, brother. It's hard to fight, man. Agent Smith is all around you in Virginia too. We gonna get you out, bro. We gonna get you
So
out.
am I qualified because I live in Maryland now?
You good, but you're on Indian Head Highway. You close, and that's where they
Yeah.
used to do a lot of crazy things to the Indians and shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, for
that's why
real.
they got his name from. But
Hell
LA,
yeah.
man, he deep in there. We need to really go help. We need to check up on him. Yeah, make
Get us
sure he
some,
all right.
bring him up here, get us some Chinese food, and let him feel the culture a little bit.
Yeah,
Hit some
that
eyes, hit some
Get Out movie
drums.
real, man. It's
Yeah.
real. I'm telling you. Yeah. They put the real
Shit.
shit in the movies and the fake shit in real life.
Shit, my school was the Remember the Titans movie? That was my school.
yeah?
So that race shit, yeah, it was about my school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mighty tight. That's my movie right
I'm gonna
there.
tell you
The
forever.
Columbine
Titan for life.
shooting was a real school too.
Yeah.
Huh?
You said what?
Yeah.
I said the Columbine shooting. That was
I was saying. Who
Yeah,
the
they had a
first
movie.
real too. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a movie. Who's the first
Columbine
person
school
to sit
shooting
on the
movie?
bus? They tell you who's the first woman to sit on the bus and they tell you Rosa, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that
but
was
you know that's not true,
Rosa.
you know.
Right.
But I guess the story that I'm hearing is fiction because the government said Rosa was. So it'd be funny. I just be laughing because we take what they say fact, and when we hear other things, it's fiction. So that's when I know the programming is serious. We need to really get these brothers out this programming, man. Everything they told you is a lie. Just erase everything you ever learned from them people and relearn it again. I mean, that.
Yeah. I'll give you that. Mama. I know you heard me.
I keep hearing that bang.
I don't know what somebody got.
That's the Davis. Is who smoke detector?
Oh, that's David Smoke Detector. But
It ain't going off that fast.
yeah, that sounds just a microphone, bro.
Damn, they house smell good as shit. It smells good.
My mind was bred a little different, you're from
Different
my
from
own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there?
Mama.
I make you smile.
Are you playing it? 'Cause I'm
Mama, your little nigga came from Wildland. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I stop touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Alright, y'all. Catch y'all tomorrow, Freaky Friday.